You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
Of thine eye, hide me under the shadow of thy wing, O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be while you fix it, Jesus. Come and be. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover my brother, cover my sister, them who under pressure. Cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Come and be while you fix it. Jesus, come and be. Cover me mind. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say a special Sunday hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, the Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics. With yours truly, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, COP, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And you know the drill, ladies and gentlemen. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. As soon as you join us, do your WZYE civic duty, share the live, WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. And this is how we start the thing.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. and on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life, and as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Ansam LeBon and Marshall Nesbitt solemnly swear to conduct this radio program in a true, fair, and balanced manner, ensuring that all perspectives are given equal consideration and that the information presented is objective and unbiased. We pledge to provide a platform where diverse voices can be heard, fostering open and constructive dialogue that serves the best interests of our audience and community. Our commitment is to uphold the principles of journalistic integrity and ethical broadcasting throughout the duration of this program. Thank you.
of the bone of the board. Yellow champion loan of the bone of the bone. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Stand up for the people, make the economy wake. From the poor man table to the children's school bag. She bring back the money, she fly the Trini flag. Superpower Caribbean, watch it rise again. Kamla Prasad Business of the Iron Lady Rain. Hey. Mountain Kamla, hey. Trinidad champion, she come from the struggle. No, the poor man feel pocket empty, light be lie, but she nah kneel. Open the door for the youth, them give them hope and chance. Build school, build road, give every pitney a dance. Them say economy dead, she say watch me now. Bring back the jobs, make the dollar run through. From Laventil to Cedros, from Tobago shore. She feeding the hungry, she open every door. Strong like a mountain, rain now wash she down. When the pressure bust, she still stand her ground. Strong like a mountain, rain now wash she down. When the pressure bust, she still stand her ground. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Stand up for the people, make the economy wake. From the poor man table to the children's school bag. She bring back the money, she fly the Trini flag. Superpower Caribbean, watch it rise again. Kamla Prasad Business of the Iron Lady Rain. Hey. Mountain Kamla, hey. Trinidad champion, Trinidad champion, hey. Trinidad champion, Trinidad. Them try back, she down, try shake, she foundation. But she stand like Everest, pure determination. Caring for the children, no more hungry belly cry. Books in them and future bright like blue sky. She willing fi fight, she willing fi bleed. For every Trini soul, every single need. Oil money flowing, tourism boss again. Trinidad and Tobago with the boss of the chain. No more begging no island, we lead in the back. Kamla the general, we marching right back. She fly straight to USA, link up with Trump. Sit down like boss, no time for no stamp. Talk for the people, talk for the land. Come back with the pen, we go right all the wrong hand. Sign off the deals, make the money rain hard. Economy jump up, no more so fired. Poor man get house, children get light. She rewrite the future, make everything right. That pen in she hand like Excalibur blade. Kamla the queen, know the whole world afraid. She strong, she wise, she love we fi true. From the ghetto to the mansion, she dey for me and you. One voice, one nation, one Trinidad queen. 23 seats and beyond, she living the dream. Kamla the mountain, she nah move, she nah shake. Superpower Caribbean, watch the whole world shake. She get the pen, she right the wrong. Now we on top, eh. Mountain Kamla, Trinidad and Tobago, we back on top again, eh. Trumping champion, Kamla, 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 Kamla. Trinidad forever.
From the treasury, corruption with taxpayers' money, the end is here, security, he and them dead. Hey, tell them Munilal say, he and them dead. Even the 1% say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying, funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving, he and them dead. Condolences to the Balize, SIEP, no more pale pale. The rising sun is ready to govern Trinidad and Tobago for a brighter tomorrow. One, restart the economy, two, health sector, immediate victory. Abolish crime, put sports on the front line. Oh, every pipe must have water. 5, roads smooth as 6, provide people with work. UNC and making jokes. Tell them drilling say, he and them dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say, he and them dead. Tell them Arnold say, he and them dead. Police, army and prison say, the carrot come leaders here, what's up? Seems like not one of them was in shock, put them in one big box. B&M dead. Tell them Mooney Lal say, B&M dead. Teachers, doctors and nurses say, the party dead, dead, dead. All the bad investments and fellas make investors not coming for the work, no more ice cream and cake. B&M dead, dead, dead. The Red Party showed no empathy for 18 babies and pipeline families. They so heartless, citizens in distress. The country in a crisis, SOE and still all this. 1. UNC on a mission 2 to correct the school system. 3. End poverty and clean up TNT. 4. Speed up the housing process. 5. Lower taxes. 6. Revamp we energy. Bring back the oil refinery. Tell them Kamala say, B&M dead. Petrotrain workers say, the party dead, dead, dead. Bubba billions missing from the treasury. Corruption with taxpayers' money, the end is here, security. B&M dead. Hey, tell them Mooney Lal say, B&M dead. Even the 1%ers say, the party dead, dead, dead. They support us mourning and crying. Funeral arrangements they making, the DMO leaving. B&M dead, dead, dead. Tell them drilling say, B&M dead. Social media say, the party dead, dead, dead. The registered party members in pain. Scarborough to put a spin. Inside sources say, B&M dead. Tell them Arnold say, B&M dead. Police, army and prison say, the party dead, dead, dead. Election night flambeau burning steady. The casket closed and the hearse ready. Read the red eulogy. B&M dead, dead, dead.
Fire! 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 Fire!
And of course, we're back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, do your WZYE civic duty. Share the live, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV and YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444 or 973-609-6509. And folks, you can also send your voice notes to either of those phone numbers as well. Let me bring in my pal, the young man himself, the man from Sally Bay. Some people say Celibia. The one better known as Marshall Uncle Tommy Nisbet. Tommy, how you going?
Good evening, good evening. It's a pleasure being here with you. And how was your Sunday thus far?
Sunday has been splendiferous, trumandiferous, marvelous, fantastic, spectacular, wonderfulicious, and fantabulous.
Wow, that sounds
very,
very good.
I can't complain. What am I complaining for? You know what I mean? You know, the temperature is going to be about 50-something degrees by the time I finish here. I'm going to do my run. I ain't do my run this morning. So when I finish here, you know, I'm going to do my run. So, you know what I mean? It's all good. You know, everything. Man. And let me say, well, tomorrow Shouter Baptist, right?
Yep.
So let me say ahead of time to all the people, happy Shouter Baptist Day. And we're going to be on tomorrow anyway. So so you have to bring up your camera a little bit. We're gonna be celebrating big time. Yeah. Let me bring in COP. How are you?
Just cool and humble, thinking positive, not negative. Try to be cool, calm, and collective. What a beautiful Sunday afternoon at WZYE with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street and the beautiful family at the village. What a Sunday.
And of course, it's a pleasure having you in here with us.
Yeah, if each one of them in the village family could have WhatsApp a lunch show you are here today, that would be good. The amount we will have.
You know, we could have a AI lunch, you know, AI lunch.
Nah, you never want to sell all kind of brown dumpling and
black callaloo.
Black callaloo, all kind of things.
Black. Like people once said out black pepper in it.
Good afternoon to you, brother.
See if you like the white top you have one day, you know.
Yeah. If you can send some more for me, it'll be good.
Yeah, it looks splendid for us, man. You gotta buy rattan.
Yeah?
You gotta
I
buy
don't know.
bobbies.
I don't know. I just get home.
Oh, okay.
I just get home.
No, I don't know because some people just go buy bobbies and send things down to Trinidad. You know?
I just get home. I just get a bag and say, this is for you.
Eh, eh, eh.
Babe, this is for you.
You know, but Tommy, as we say that,
Yes.
Tommy, I think I want you to talk about it a little bit.
Which is
most of the times people coming from foreign and coming to Trinidad. What it is always what is the most time you say from a Trinidadian who living in Trinidad? What's the most thing you say? Hey Tommy? See you being on over this.
Yes,
What
I know. Where you bring from her? Where you bring from her? Where you bring from her?
Correct. You know,
where you bring from her?
but that is like, how did that come into being? How did that come into being?
That is just Chinny, gimme.
and they coming from foreign, so they expect something.
Yeah, Chinny. Yeah.
What is that, Tommy?
See, you're calling. I ain't Trinidad. You in foreigner. You in foreigner.
They want something foreign.
Yeah. I ain't Trinidad. You in foreigner. You're calling me to tell me you're coming Trini. But you're finding problem where I tell you bring something for me?
No, I'm finding that problem, but
no, if generally speaking.
If you tell 25 people, you understand?
Don't tell nobody you're coming and don't tell nobody where they're going.
That 25, go tell you, you know, bring out, hey,
when you're going, if you're in Trinidad and you're going away, the way you carry a set of thing for them.
Yeah.
And when you're coming, the way you bring a set of thing for them.
Yeah. Trump Jr., welcome.
Hey, good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Same to you.
Yeah, very, very much. Thank you, your brother.
I hear them.
No audio.
It's come from church.
Hold on. Just no. Wait. I know what has happened to this audio on us. Go, Trump Jr., go ahead. Try again.
Yeah, COP. Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
That better?
It look like you just come from
church. A little better.
Nah, he's sounding like he thief in a caller.
Yeah. Trump, you sound like you're in a tunnel, boy. Go ahead. Let me try. Shoot. Go ahead.
All right. No. On my phone. Let me go on my Trump phone and see if it works better. I'll call you back.
All right. You see? You're on the B mobile phone. Don't use your B mobile phone. Yes, COP and Tommy. So, and the next thing is this, Tommy and COP. When you're bringing something for somebody, they may want to use thing, you know.
True.
They want brand new thing. You have to go in the store and buy thing, you know.
Yeah.
No joke, you know. They may want to, you know, like in this country, we have places with gently used stuff. You could go in there and you could get suit. You could get real good thing. You know, top of the line.
Yeah.
You know, clothes and shoes and all kind of. They may want that, you know. I never forget COP. I never forget this. I send down some thing when they had a flood and thing. I'm Mr. Napuna say, Wall Street send down old clothes for people. I never forget that.
You don't allow me to hear that, lady.
Yeah, but that make me very gun shy about selling things to Trinidad. Be very careful.
Trinidad, there's that kind of people like that. And they're taking it still, huh?
Yeah. And Mr. Florida, they said, let's go online and watch the price.
They're taking it still, huh? I'm still complaining to you, know.
What if I send you something, right? You going online to watch what the price of it is. Imagine that.
Don't tell them when you're coming and don't tell them when you're going.
Think it easy. Brooklyn, welcome. Oh, God, what happened to this phone?
What happened to the audio?
Hold on. Are you hearing him now?
Nah, breaking up a kind of way.
Is that better? Hold on. Brooklyn, call back. I'm going to restart my phone. Call back. Yeah, call on Katobi. I don't know what has happened to this phone. Let me restart my phone and see what happens.
From the time Brooklyn call the phone, so I get trouble.
Yeah, as soon as Brooklyn call the phone, get trouble. Brooklyn, you just mess up, boy. As soon as you call the phone. Yeah, so COP and Tommy. Why is that, boy? Okay, he calling back, but you gotta call back. Come my phone off. Hey, Tom Junior call back. My phone off. God, he never tell me just gonna restart my phone. Trump, you never say Trump Junior. You never say I'm gonna restart my phone. And for us, you know, when you're a Republican, you doesn't understand English, you know. It's like P&M, you know. No, I'm telling you, it's like a P&M. I know you listening to me talking, saying, I'm going to restart my phone. And he calling my phone.
Yeah. You say you going to call Uncle Tommy.
Yeah. All right, let me see. All right, here we go.
We're live.
All right, want to call back now?
Brooklyn, you're live. Yeah, Brooklyn, you're live. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you, Uncle Tommy.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, good afternoon to Club Down Wall Street.
Yeah, man. Bless.
I just want to say, right, back then, it was easy to take the Trinidad with no problems. Today, we have to pay $150 US $3 today. People don't realize that. So even if you're buying stuff that carry, you still have to pay the fees to carry them stuff. And if you reach a mess of Trinidad and they say you have new time, they charge you too. So really and truly, you have to do like me and buy a bunch of keychains. If you bring plenty keychains, and when you reach Trinidad, you share keychain like in Jersey. Because that's where it reaches now. It's not easy finding and not steady feed to custom just to get into Trinidad. You know, just trying it on Amazon and let it drop off by the door in Trinidad. So that's what I wanted to say.
Thank you, Brooklyn.
Brooklyn. Where else should he go? You going to restart
He's in there.
What Brooklyn say there? You buy cheap thing and get people?
Yeah. He buying a bunch of keychain and he giving out keychain.
You giving out keychain?
Yeah.
You're too cheap. You're cheap. Keychain?
He said you don't want to pay for the extra suitcase. And then when he reached, he had to fight up with customs.
Tommy and COP, come on. You going to
But
Trinidad?
you still bring something for you.
No, you going to
still
Trinidad.
Bring something.
And you going by the 99-cent store and buy a 99-cent keychain to carry for people?
Yeah.
Man, I go hit you back with that keychain in your head. Take that.
If you buying 10, are you buying 100?
What difference does it make? You going to buy a keychain to bring for people?
Yeah, plenty of people want a keychain.
Come on, Brooklyn, man. Come on, Brooklyn.
What is the purpose of a keychain?
I don't know. What is the purpose of a
put
keychain?
Your key around, people put a key in the pocket just so.
Brooklyn. Brooklyn actually currency.
Keychain.
Yeah, keychains.
Brooklyn, Tommy, let me be honest. Let me see you pure this to know. You go to China, carry a keychain for someone. Be honest, Tommy.
And somebody I don't consider.
We are right to keep me out of this one.
Yeah, stay out of this. You coming all the way from America and you talking about going through customs and all kind of thing, and you kind of have a keychain for somebody. Man, if Brooklyn give me a keychain for me, man, I go down in the labas and I pelt it in the labas. I go down. Yeah.
Yeah, a keychain is a waste of time.
Yeah,
no man, I appreciate the thing that come from overseas.
Well, yeah, but
a keychain and the welcome. And the hang up, boy. And the happened there. Alright, I lost on the boy. And the must get the keychain from Brooklyn too. Brooklyn must carry a keychain for Anderson when you see that. Yeah. Why go Trinidad and carry a keychain for somebody?
Good afternoon to the Beta, man.
Yeah, Beta, welcome. A special wall out from Uncle Tommy. Well, no, what out from Uncle Tommy. Yeah. Mr. Florida.
Look at all. Phone working good now?
Yeah, phone working good now.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah.
Hey, you. When I take my mom to the medical place, they just give a keychain free. Brooklyn, come on, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true, you know. Mr. Florida, so what Brooklyn doing? He going by them doctor and them, making an appointment to go by the doctor to get free keychain to carry over.
Mr. Florida is a confusion, so he think about something.
All right, look on
man. Oh God, Brooklyn, you're wicked, bro. You're wicked. Yeah. You making special doctor appointment to go.
Get keychains.
To get a keychain.
Get free keychain.
Oh yes.
Wait, Brooklyn, buddy. That's a new one, you know?
Yeah. Bring London as rocket next time, Brooklyn, but
yeah. Brooklyn say, hey, I had to go by the doctor.
Yeah, bring basketball, flat net.
Yeah. Bring a keychain, boy. But let me go to the chat. First in the chat today was
well.
Yeah, the cookie eye fella.
Yeah.
Yeah. First and second.
Yeah.
Tommy.
Up to
Tony, we had a game, a round of applause in our mind. You understand? Yeah. Because this the first time in like months he finally make it to the front.
Yeah, but we can give him a round of applause for the effort for trying to win.
No.
You call him back.
It's not no consolation. It's not no consolation. Applaud.
No consolation.
Yeah, Brooklyn. He hung up. He hung up, fellas.
So listen to this, right? Look, Brooklyn, welcome. Brooklyn.
What's it?
What?
You don't understand the contribution. You didn't hear it. It seemed like you, Uncle Tommy, it might have see up, you might have catch it.
Catch what? So let me catch it now. Let me catch it.
So what I say is, back then, it was very easy to take things to Trinidad for people, right? Because you're going to carry 2 suitcases, a big bag, and still a carry-on. It was free. Today, after your 1 suitcase, you have to pay $150 US for your second suitcase. And if you have a third suitcase, there's more money. Then when they reach Trinidad, customs trying to charge you. I hear you still say you send some stuff was in Trinidad here, and then customs trying to charge you a big set of money for this stuff. You know what is going. So the contribution I made was to say, when I go into duty free, it was a joke to buy a bunch of keychain and just hand out keychain like you're crazy. That was a joke. So you didn't understand it. Right? Because when people go anywhere in America here for vacation and they like your co-workers, when they come back, they'll be handing your keychain when they buy in Japan. So that's why I say, going through duty free, you buy keychain, nothing in 99 cents or duty free. It looked a little better Wall Street. It was supposed to be funny,
Anytime. You ought to come back and clarify your statement. Is a problem. Anytime.
He was putting a little humor in the contribution.
What humor? You know it have an ice cream place name? You used to have an ice cream place
name? Just give me a minute dinner.
Yeah, you used to have an ice cream place named Yuma at one time, Tommy?
I know, but I have a band called Yuma.
Yuma, yeah. Maybe Yuma, yeah. Going on, he making a joke, but he going to buy keychain. He going to get... Anyway, so this is what my wife said. Trinidad has just about everything that America has. True. Why do you have to take something for anybody? And if you take something, it's what you could afford. That's the problem with us. Trying to take stuff and give the perception that we have. I mean, Mr. Intellectual, welcome. That's my wife. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Blessed afternoon. Pro
Yeah.
Uncle Opie.
Yeah, man.
Everybody in the village.
Yeah.
I hear only talking about you stuff and thing.
Yeah.
To buy and send down here and thing.
Yeah.
It don't have no place up there that sell used brain and thing.
Nah. That's a good one.
Because if anybody listen the past few the Parliament what date was? I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
And them press conference and then the PNM had for the past couple of days and thing. Only thing that them fellas and them need some used brain because the way how they behaving like they have no brain.
Yeah.
Desperation.
So if all you could find a place that will sell used brain, right?
Yeah.
Maybe all you could buy some and send it down for them fellas then.
We go do that.
That could just help you a little better than what we're going through right now. Have a blessed afternoon.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Yeah, big brother.
Yeah. Brooklyn. I get Brooklyn a little walk. Brooklyn. Look in Brooklyn to see. So this is what my wife says Trinidad is just about everything that America has. It's true. Why do you have to take something for anybody? And if you take something, it's what you could afford. That's the problem with us. Trying to take stuff and give the perception that we have. Well, that's true because Brooklyn say you only taking our keychain. So Brooklyn ain't getting you no perception. He ain't get Oh God.
Don't leave Brooklyn alone now.
But where that come from in truth, boy? Where that come from in is that? But you know, that is from, I guess, the barrel children.
Yeah.
Right? Where people used to say, you know, they come to America and they send back barrel for the kids. And, you know, because they send food stuff and they send clothing and all kind of thing. And
they leave the children with their grandmother and go on the foreigner and send down barrel food stuff and with the children and let the children grow up on their own.
Yeah.
Today the prison full of barrel children.
Trump Jr.
Good afternoon again. Can you hear me better now?
Yeah, we hear you better.
Yeah, man.
Are you be mobile phone?
Okay.
Are you be mobile phone?
No. I told you it was on my Obama phone. The one that you have that the callers can be heard very clearly. The one you had since 2013. Come now, man. Upgrade now on my Trump phone now.
Okay, all right.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Dr. Tommy. Mr. COP, good afternoon. I was complimenting you, man. You look as though you just came from church. You know, with that white top there, but then I see the stripes on his side, so he just like them youth man with them Adidas and stuff. And
they try to look like Professor Wall Street.
Like to play youth man.
You see the kind of sweater, the sweaters he just come out with like this, where he just see this come out with the more expensive one.
Yeah,
the brand name.
Off the camera. He is literally off the camera, and then he's put that gold chain on, put a hat on his head. I know them fellas and them. I know them. Remember, I'm from John too. I know, right? Yeah, hey. Good afternoon, Professor. How are you doing, buddy? Hey.
I can ask you something.
Sure, man. You can ask me anything. You know, my life is an open book.
I've been humorous. I've been truthful, humorous. So how every time you call to me like it is, I come to attack Wall Street. So
I just do what to Wall Street?
Like attacker. What I say in humor.
You call it being attacking? No.
In humor.
Up in the hills. That is how the street up in the hills, man. I mean, if you're not from the hood, you know, but is a John Laventil Hills thing. You know that?
Yeah. I understand that. But I don't know. The only thing I don't understand how he's saying he's from Picton. You understand? I don't think I don't understand.
Picton? Did I say Picton? Hey, John. You know what his steps is? Wait, here's a test.
Isn't Picton and John?
You know what his steps is?
In Picton and John?
No way. Tell me exactly where the steps are located. What street you have to pass to go up these steps?
I don't know, partner. I never live in Johnson.
I see them steps on them Christmas list video.
Oh, right. Well, we in the same vicinity, Beverly Hills, John,
No, I never lived there.
That where you claim to be from, but anyway.
I never lived there.
No one lived there.
I never lived there.
We didn't have to live there, but it's within the hood, okay? It's within the hood.
Why never
the steps?
Hey, partner, you're on your own with that. Eh? Me go up in the hood, eh? You go up in the hood. You take a thing by yourself, eh? You go up in the hood. Me go up in the hood.
You didn't go up in the hood?
No, me go up in the hood.
Okay, well listen, after you come off the camera, don't put that hat on backwards and put that thick gold chin on your chest, eh? They're in Jersey where you are, giving people the impression that you know. Anyway, just kidding, man. I'm a partner. I have a six. I have a six. Hey, I want to ask you, first time I tuned into the show, that's how you start the show. You almost make a run off the freeway here and be another casualty shouting out like a banshee like that?
Yeah. We different, We originate, we don't imitate. You know what I mean?
You really originate, boy. You're really, really different. That's a good thing, eh? That's a good thing. Exactly right. Well, anyway, fellas, I will talk to you later. I just wanted to give my greetings, and I will go drink water and mind my business. Have any ways anything there? All right, later. Bye.
Yeah. First time,
and your greeting is appreciated.
Yeah, that's the first time Trump Jr. went to the Waffle House. I don't know. It seemed like if he had some pancake with some Aunt Jemima syrup this morning.
He gonna make that hat trick in the Waffle House.
First time he go sideways. But then your Volsong was first. Volsong was second. What is that? Platoon? I don't know what that is. Mr. Florida, welcome.
Yeah, good evening, Mr. Anthem. Good evening, Mr. Tommy. Good evening, Mr. Super. Good evening, everybody. Happy to see everybody on this Sunday.
Yeah.
Hey, Trump Jr. Cascade, or I feel you living close to Cascade side here, no?
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, I feel so. Yeah. Trump Jr., you is not no gangster. You see, you come on and say, Mr. Super looking good in the white. In Virginia, it's that clan used to wear white, though.
Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. You understand?
Yeah.
So it's the perception of white. But Mr. Hansen, I was watching something on YouTube there with Starks, boy, and he was showing a school.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I remember that.
Right. So you had that
that was a while ago, you know.
But I see it recently there, and if I see it, I will send it for you.
Yeah, man.
But you watch, if you see that school, Jed, that big school come, and them was building and them just leave it, boy. You good.
Yeah.
All right.
Thanks. Yeah.
The heartless, eh?
Eh?
The heartless, eh?
Oh God, boy. You. But listen, I had this video here done already. Look, Trump Jr. come back. Trump Jr. welcome.
Oh no, sorry. Before I forget here, I want to complete style here. Hey, COP, what them fellas in them? They're showing PNM ungratefulness. When we pick up keychain, it's not just any keychain we get for you, not from a 99-cent bin and stuff like that. I mean, I had keychains I brought for people from certain fraternities that I was affiliated with, and stuff like that. But that is PNM ungratefulness right there, boy. Oh, good. I mean, is he thought that conks? Do you think he thought that conks?
Yeah, is he thought and appreciated. That appreciate that keychain and nothing wrong with that.
No.
I will accept that.
One thing.
What?
I am just like you, Wall Street. I am the originator.
Yeah.
So you have keychain and then you have keychain.
Correct.
And you know that they have some keychain that, hey man, it's like your partner with the comedy show when he went to buy the plate and he asked him if there's a saucer, right?
Correct.
So you have keychain and then you have keychain, you know?
Yeah.
So that is what it is. So I save it for myself there.
All
so
right.
don't think I have your 6,
Hey,
right?
Trump Jr.
That conks.
Trump Jr.
Yes.
What fraternity you pledge? Which fraternity you pledge?
Oh God, man. Okay. Which fraternity? I'm in several fraternities.
Oh God, Trump Jr. With fraternity of pledge.
I have pledged to the fraternity of the true TNTs out here on the beltways. Right? Treaty first, anything else after. I'll have to plead the fifth on that one. You asked me to give information on that, man. Later.
Right.
Yeah, big brother.
You know, I was just saying he didn't go to the Waffle House. And as I mentioned it, he called back and went to the Waffle House.
You remember you want to be in the Waffle House?
Yeah.
Trump Jr., sorry, man. Sorry.
Well, you see, when I said that fella that be in the Waffle House, the fella make a contribution. I congratulated him. I complimented him. You didn't go in the Waffle House. 1 second later, he called back and he gone in the Waffle House.
Talk too fast.
Yeah, I talk too fast, Tommy. I talk too fast. I had to stop talking so fast. Trump Jr. Anyway, Trump Jr.
Oui, papa.
We papa, yeah. By the way, folks, just so you all know, I pledge Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. It is the first black fraternity in the world. First black fraternity. I pledge that fraternity. I wanted to ask Trump Jr., since he said fraternity, if we ever pledge a fraternity, because it's as some of them fraternity does be they're a little different now. There's you know what I mean? A little different. COP and Tommy, a little different. They're different. So I wanted to see if Trump Jr. pledged that. COP is not issue. I ain't gonna say no more. I'm gonna leave it right there. Mr. Florida, you should know something about fraternity. Like, we have fraternity and sororities in this country, right? And when you go to college, you know, in order to socialize yourself in the college, and then you just pledge a fraternity, because, you know, a lot of good things could happen when you pledge a fraternity.
Networking. Networking.
Yeah. A lot of very good things could happen. So, you know, I'll give you that story one day. Anyway, next was Bennett Thomas. Bennett, good afternoon, Professor Wall Street. Tommy COP. Then Bennett was next again. Then Volsang. Volsang come back. Ramdio Baiju, boy, welcome. Good afternoon, Professor Wall Street, Tommy COP and the village. Then Clinton Williams. Good morning, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, village, including COP. Blessings to all. Witch doctor, boy. Oh, you go get yourself a name as witch doctor, boy? How you do that?
I just ask myself, why did they just use the name that the parents give them?
Yeah, I went to school with a fella called witch doctor.
But then they will tell me why I go with COP.
yeah, you from Dominican Republic. Yeah, COP, your pseudo name, it ain't making sense these days, though. Somehow. COP. Anyway, I go.
Nah, that's original. That headline created it.
Yeah, all right. Which doctor says to profess Uncle T in the gardens. COP here on the Hummingbird, on the Humming Island. The man with the bone in his nose and teeth like crocodile just got down. Click, click. All right, whatever that means. Mr. Intellectual, blessed afternoon, Uncle T and all the villagers. Hope you all are having a super, super special Sunday.
Same to you.
You know what? We go take a quick break and then we come back to do this thing in the chat here. Stick and stay, folks. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe, WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And don't forget, please share the live. We thank you.
Okay. So let me go back to the chat call, folks. Hafiz Mohammed was next after Mr. Intellectual. Hafiz come 1, 2, 3. And Mr. Intellectual again. Blessed afternoon, Vol, Ramdio, Bennett, Clinton, what all villagers. Hope you're having a super special one. Mala Sukai, welcome to you. Blessed good afternoon to you all. May Almighty God shower his blessings, mercies, and grace and wisdom upon you all. Blessings after Almighty. Thank you. What boy, Bennett? Kevin George, welcome. Kevin George, good day to all in the village. Same to you, Kevin. Beulah. Beulah Lautan. I wonder if that's the original Beulah, boy. Good afternoon, Tom, Mr. Walsh. It's your listening audience. I feel like it's Beulah, you know. If it's in Beulah,
I feel you're right.
Yeah, I feel like it's Beulah. If that's not Beulah, it's Beulah cousin. Or she nephew. Ginger, welcome. Pleasant good afternoon, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and COP. Welcome to you. Beulah said nice songs. Yeah. Paul Sang say good afternoon, Walls, Uncle Tommy, and COP. Good afternoon to all on the live. George Ramdeen. Good afternoon, Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, says COP. Blessings. Just cool, welcome. Good afternoon, Wall Street. Tommy COP sign BTHHD 6925. Who is 6925? Uranus McFarlane. Blessed Palm Sunday. Greetings to Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and COP. Yeah.
Same to you.
Happy Palm Sunday too, man. George Ramdeen, welcome. Monica Ramki soon. Good afternoon, Uncle Tommy Warshik, Mr. COP, and all chatters. Welcome to you, Monica. Yeah, Beulah said, Lord lifted me when nothing can help. Correct is right, Beulah. Full 100. Uranus McFarlane says, Blessed Palm Sunday. Greetings to Professor Warshik, Uncle Tommy, and COP, and all the WZYE family. Why do we celebrate Palm Sunday? Anybody know? Making us heart and sorrow rejoice.
Long time that thing was a big thing on Palm Sunday.
Yeah. Palm Sunday used to be really big, man.
But now people don't have confidence in the Catholic faith, so.
Oh, that's what
no power again. They say
I
no
don't
power again.
Hey, I was seeing. I wanted to get a video that, and anyhow, let me not go there. Let me go there. It was the church and slavery. I ain't gonna go there.
I just can't understand, Professor Walsh. I just can't understand how. Yes, I seen over 300 on YouTube, and I only seen 23 thumbs up. Why you look at just press that? It costing only nothing to press that and show that love and support.
Yeah, maybe we gotta make the thumbs up bigger.
For them.
Yeah.
When I hold the phone have it, I WhatsApp have it, all you have to just press it up and show that support.
Yeah.
Oh, 300 you could be listening and watching and only not supporting. That's the best way I want to support.
But if they're watching and listening, they ain't supporting. They're supporting.
No, they're supporting. They're listening.
Island Man TT says, good day to all in the village. Island Man TNT. Is that somebody new? Island Man TNT?
Yeah, that looking like somebody new.
Yeah. All right, let's say welcome to Island Man TNT.
Island Man TNT, good day to you. Good day to you. Welcome to WZYE.
Yeah. Sumitra Bajan, blessed Palm Sunday to Mr. Warshik, Uncle Tommy COP, and all in the live. Oh, Lord. Hey, let me just say that. Tommy, look your partner. God after lunch church. I hope that many, if not all, were in the presence of the Lord today or will be. God is so good to me. Then he gave me 64 years and most that he helped me to know real peace, joy. Yeah, after you kick a dog, you must know real peace, no?
All I don't know if the man want to forget that. All I don't know if all the man want to forget that.
I just could imagine, you know, I had dogs. I had dogs as a young fella. Imagine me kicking my own dog, boy. Boy,
And Caribbean Soul. How we not seeing Caribbean Soul? So this man get a girlfriend.
what
We
boy
seeing Caribbean Soul.
That's so nice, boy. Your man had to
Yeah.
you had to do time management now, you know.
Young lady, you can't take him away from this family, you know.
Time management, boy.
So if you had to do a little research for me right now.
Now, you had to get an next research analyst, boy.
Come on, that young lady. WZYE on Sunday had to share half and half.
Suppose it's not the young lady and it's Caribbean Soul.
Nah, he ain't gonna do that.
You don't feel so?
He won't, yeah, nah, he ain't gonna do that.
All right. Well, maybe somebody go call him and tell him.
He gave Vex about 5 times already and he's still here.
Noah Lambert, good afternoon to you. Marilyn, hi to you.
Hi, Marilyn.
Okay.
And good afternoon to you. Yeah. And Volsang.
Joan Bisnat, welcome. Good afternoon. Watching from Brooklyn, New York.
Joan Bisnat, good afternoon to you.
A blessed Palm Sunday to the village team and the respectful folks on the chat.
I listening to a 3-year-old clip at WZYE and Nadia over there, Inja there. I say, wow, they over here long.
Yeah.
Yep.
Pro, if the honorable is you, and I'm sure you will put a big smile on your face if you play in our work and in our play. If we're written back in the 60s. Back in the 60s. Yeah. Chum Jr., welcome.
Hey, yeah. Hey, Palm Sunday was when Jesus rode into town on the donkey and they greeted him with palms. And thus we have Palm Sunday.
All right, good. Thank you.
Yeah, hey, and that fraternity you're speaking about, how old is that oldest black fraternity that you speak of? You don't have to identify the fraternity, but tell me how old it is.
But I didn't identify it. I said what it was, right? Alpha Phi Alpha.
You didn't know, you didn't. Oh, yeah. Oh, so it's a school fraternity.
Yeah, I'm an Alpha.
Okay, well, what year?
I think it's 1904, you know.
Oh, 1904? Yeah. I have a black fraternity that I speak of that is much older than that by centuries.
Wait, which one?
It is the Prince Hall Black Freemasonry fraternity. And that was in 1784, fully established, but 1775, about a decade or so after the Civil War. And that was the first black fraternity. Yeah. So just to let you know, when I speak of fraternity, that is what I mentioned. All right. Later, guys. Later. Bye. Cheers. And pay more attention when you went to Sunday school. Your mother sent you to church on a Sunday and you couldn't tell people what Palm Sunday came from. Oh, man.
I don't remember. All right.
All right. Bye.
Yeah. I don't remember. You're my lie. It's December 4th, 1906, Alpha Phi Alpha was founded. You see, how could you consider Freemason, to be a fraternity? Well, it is like a fraternity, but
it is a fraternity. It's not an educational fraternity, though.
But is it the same, Tommy?
No, it's different.
It's different. You see,
but it's a fraternity.
Well, because people fraternize.
Yeah, and they network the same way all the fraternities do.
And then was in 1776? 1706? Let me see. I don't know. All right, Tommy, you are good work.
Put in there Prince Hall Freemasons.
Yeah.
Prince Hall Freemasons.
Can you give me the first black fraternity that was formed? The first black fraternity that was formed.
The first black fraternity formed in the United States was Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity, Incorporated. It was founded on December 4th, 1906, at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York.
Brooklyn. I'm in Brooklyn.
Got
Thank you. Trump Jr.
Yeah, he was referring to the Freemasons.
But Tommy, this is history
The
here.
first black.
First black.
Yep.
Trump, you know what is be sad, boy? When you give a person a name and they live up to the expectation. You know, sometimes you say people could live down to your name, right?
See, he got in the Waffle House second time.
Gone in the Waffle House again.
The second time.
The second time. Second time.
I will try to do whatever I can do to block you from getting that trick, brother.
Yeah. You going for a triple now, eh? You're not triple. Mr. Florida, welcome.
But with this Trump Jr. as we talking about sometime, where you talking about the Freemason.
Yeah, I feel that fella, the piano miseducation have something to do with him. Someone.
but Trump Jr., I believe you was in the facility of St. Anthony. So I feel you just make me say, well, Mr. Hanson, I wasn't in none because when I came up here, I was already like 21, 22. But they was accepting my certificate from Trinidad.
Right.
But then I went to Broward Technical College and I studied there, but it was only for like part of the time because I was working. So I wasn't really in any, you know. So I wasn't blessed to go to any, you know.
Yeah.
But Trump Jr., come on, man.
Yeah.
Than that, man. That Balize juice already drinking. All right.
Yeah. Trump Jr., put on that thing, please.
Yeah.
Means say the man drinking. I just put the thing up on the screen. I just tell him put on the thing. Yeah, understand? Put it down. Right? So, folks, you know, it's interesting, eh? Did I play this last time?
Yeah, you played this, sir.
I
But I not deserve. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I played that last time. You know, sometimes we just have thing here where
it have a next one too.
Just sit down there and sometimes it plays, sometimes it don't play. All right, let me play this one today. And then your COP, Tommy, the Express had an article today. And I said to myself, you know, it is crazy. They're talking about that the UNC, right, don't have their own place. And I did an editorial, and my thing is this. Since when having a place does dictate whether you could govern a country or not? Eh? And how is that a new story, boy? How is that a new story?
You got to realize that the Fourth Estate, we have to realize that the Fourth Estate is hell bent on validating the Red Party and invalidating the Yellow Party, you know. And when you really think about it, they're doing quite a splendiferous job
in misleading the PNM supporters.
Correct.
They do not splendiferous job in misleading the PNM supporters and them.
Absolutely.
Because them can be educated, knowledgeable people with them propaganda that they're spreading.
And that is very sad, right? Very, very sad. But I just wanted this was something that it either happened today or yesterday, but this was interesting, right? This is PA, Philip Edward Alexander.
How it feels to have those things, young minister. I can't lie, it feels like we liberated something here today. I'll never forget the first time that I had to come to this park. I couldn't believe what was tried here. I couldn't believe that people tried to seize a public park and prevent the people from using the park. And the fight that we fought, and I want to say again, we would have never gotten to this without the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bissessar.
You know, folks, this is so important. Just imagine COP and Tommy. The PNM was in power for the last 9.5 years. And they allow the 1% to put up signs in this park, a public park, that normal citizens couldn't use the park. And they just sit down there and leave it. Why is that?
Well, they just privatize public space. What they did is just privatize public space.
Or you go privatize a public space?
Well,
and the government allowing that? They sit down there and just allow that to happen?
Yeah. Okay. Look, they're going to change it now. Look, they're going to change it. The citizen of the country will get to understand what is public space.
Correct.
And what opportunities the public have in public space. And what you could do in public space and what you cannot do in public place. And once you're in public space, it should have no abuse. Because it is public. Public is not government. Public is public. Me and you. With children, with grandchildren.
All right, let's finish this.
So the Honorable Ravi Ratira, Minister of Agriculture, I want to thank them both. I want to thank every single citizen of this country who voted for the United National Congress Question of Interest on April 28, 2025, because this park is now the People's Park, and that is what everybody winning means.
Yeah. All I think the PNM did grave injustice to people in Trinidad and Tobago. Yeah, let me give him a round of applause. Correct is right, COP. A round of applause for that. Yeah? Government at work.
I remember when the PNM take away that public space. What's it?
No audio.
Go ahead. Where's your opinion?
Yeah. I remember when the PNM take away that public space from the people and them take away that for the friends and family and the wife and children and pet dog and pet cat and thing to lime over there and play there like over there was a little Bollywood for the PNM friends and family and them. And take out, stop up in the right way. Stop the black PNM supporters from going over there to carry the wife and family and them to have Bollywood gatherings and thing over there.
I highlighted it from the start.
Yeah.
And
black people there.
Yeah, and listen to this now. Here comes Patricia Reid. Great is the PNM. Great is the PNM.
Go there,
Yeah.
She could not go there.
Yeah. Patricia Reid, great is the PNM to keep poor people poor. That's how great the PNM is. Them same poor black disadvantaged people who voting for them, Patricia Reid, the PNM want to keep them poor. Not just POOR, but PO. That is a worse version than poor. That is exactly what. And you know what? Worse than that, the same PNM want to remove police protection from schools. Imagine that.
Sad.
And who it is that's be causing most of the problems in them school? Who?
PNM children.
PNM children.
2024, 2023 to 2024. You know how much school violent crime it had in school fights and all those things? You know what you figure out how much it had under the PNM from 2023 to 2024? The numbers, Professor Walshett?
Tell me.
And listeners of WZYE is over 50,000 school fights and violence. Over 50,000.
Yeah.
And we keep a blind eye towards that.
Everybody blood near their skin.
Which country in the world will allow the education facilities to have over 50,000 fights in a school, in schools throughout the country, not in the Caribbean, the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, in 1 year time? And administration authorities and leaders will watch that and keep a blind eye towards that and say, don't put police in schools. Only the PNM will do that. Only the PNM will think like that. You know what is 50,000 fights in a school?
It's ridiculous. You think they're using too much copy and pepper?
No. You get that when you have poor facilities in your community, lack of opportunities for mothers and fathers, dilapidated schools, toilets not working the right way. You're going in a classroom with dirty and nasty and stink, garbage bin full up. The environment, how the environment is how the minds will be. When Gaspy Dolly and the PNM had a responsibility to clean the environment and create a facilities, education, learning facilities for the future of the country. They didn't do that. They leave it like a lawless dump, and they get a reflection at the classrooms. And then today, that's why you had so much of fights. And the PNM create that and allow that and keep a blind eye towards that. This administration trying to fix that.
Correct. And here, PNM party. Children don't vote Wall Street.
Well, she never went college and then she reached standard 7. No?
Children don't vote.
You know when you feel your common entrance at 6 and then 7?
Where's that? She said Wall Street, you lie. I said that at the start of the show. What did he say? What did she say? Why lie about it?
You hit Chile.
Yeah.
You offend Chile.
Yeah.
Something you offend she with.
What is? Yeah, Patty. Yeah, look, Patty, the sick. This is the Prime Minister, the sick PNM party wants to remove police protection from our children's school when it's working. The PNM didn't have no innovative bone in their body. None. Zero. No duck to even think about doing something like that. And when the party with the innovative ideas come in and say we're doing that, the PNM don't want it. And what did the red coach lady say about them PNM children? Is them something with them? Some statement she made.
Yeah, that we PNM people, them children and them, let we defend them. Or they come, let we go and help them. Yeah.
Why? Anyway.
That's what she said.
Yeah, listen to this. Party, listen to this. I know Party, you're vexed. Listen to this.
From Prime Minister Kamla Prasad Besasar. The Sikh PNM party wants to remove police protections for our children from schools. My UNC government stands firmly in defense of students and teachers who simply want to attend school to learn a safe and supportive environment. The PNM's neglect and hatred of our nation's children reached a sickening level today when they wasted hours of parliamentary time to argue for the removal of police protections for our children from the nation's schools. The PNM has no ambition to see our citizens excel and thrive. They only advocate for menial make-work ghost programs to buy votes at election time while the eat-off-food fake elite, local drug mafia, and pedophile lodge members loot the country. Their actions today followed a pattern where the defense of wrongdoing and criminal behavior seems to take precedence over the protection of law-abiding citizens. This is why PNM constituencies have the lowest business opportunities, worst education outcomes, poorest infrastructure, and highest unemployment and crime rates.
You know, Tommy and COP, it's interesting that the many times the Prime Minister have repeated that. You know, you never come and hear any PNM person disputing it with facts. Why you all don't come out and dispute those statements if they were not true? Why not? How come? How come COP and Tommy?
The things that Patricia read The things Patricia read and them accept.
So Patty, correct. So TOP is this, right? 1 minute. Patty says, PNM Patty says sick is the statement. Well, Patty go and do some homework and come back and tell us that here are the statistics that is not true. Go ahead, TOP.
Patty and them living in UNC constituency. Them they go and live in no PNM constituency. Them running from PNM constituency. People like Patty and them. Them don't even want to stand up closer to them black people them in PNM constituency. Why you think they over here at WZYE? Why you think they over here? Any one of them out there that only had the opportunity to go in any PNM constituency, them know to themselves, those constituencies is the most dilapidated, need social opportunity, social assistance, don't even have sporting facilities. Nothing like that. And if it have a primary school, a good one, is the UNC build that. If it have a community center, is the UNC will build that. If it have a health center, is the UNC will build that. And many of them constituency, when the UNC want to build schools, they get fight from the PNM. The PNM don't want black community to get opportunity. Anytime the black community get opportunity in the PNM constituency, the jail will have no sort of people in it. They will have to pay a white company $29,000 to mind one black prisoner in prison. All them things will stop. Anytime they give those constituency opportunity. But the PNM don't want that. That is what is half them in office. They will give them a PNM base. Patty and them contented with that.
Yeah.
Patty and them not watching the first 200 children and them that do the very best in schools, them not watching that picture and seeing how much our children over there. Them not watching that. Them keeping a blind eye towards that. When they're supposed to watch that and feel ashamed at themselves, they go cuss Selwyn Kojo when Selwyn Kojo telling them that. They go cuss the black leaders and them when the black leaders telling them that.
You know, it's interesting, who is to stop? Which government stop telling the population of Trinidad and Tobago who is the top people scoring in the CSEC and Cape and thing? Which government did that?
PNM. Gaspy Dolly. Gaspy Dolly.
Why they do that?
So that children wouldn't feel bad. The PNM children then wouldn't feel bad. They wouldn't feel shame to know that they only failing. The parents wouldn't feel bad and shame to know that the children only failing.
Yeah.
That is why. See, other children and parents mustn't feel proud that the children them succeeding. The children them mustn't feel proud that they're doing good in school and they're elevating.
Yeah, they stop that. They don't want the population to know how they are failing the people in education. They're not interested in that. So you know what? Let me try to stop it. And they try to make a big deal. One thing happened with someone out at Tobago, and they try to make a big issue out of it. Right? One issue happened. That's like an outlier. You know, like the 9 times 10 is 91. And they're trying to make a big issue out of that. When under their watch, most of the kids scoring under 30% in the SA was who? Which kids? Under the PNM. Which kids?
Their kids.
And in every one of the PNM electoral district. Every one of the PNM electoral district.
Yeah. Well, are you finished listening to this, folks?
Recall that they previously defended violent drug traffickers, attempted to get murderous gangsters released from detention, turned a blind eye to pedophilia within their party, and fought against the American military presence to combat cartels. They clearly are more comfortable with drug pushers and gangs, along with some violent parents and students terrorizing our children and our teachers on a daily basis. The PNM remains silent when innocent students are bullied, beaten, emotionally traumatized, and sexually assaulted in our schools, yet defend violent students from being expelled, objected to laptops and free textbooks, and did nothing over the last 10 years to protect our schools from criminals. It is deeply concerning that they appear willing to compromise the safety and well-being of our children for no rational reason. Your UNC government loves your children. We will do everything possible for them to thrive and be happy.
Hear that? Hear that? But the PNM don't want that. Them don't want that. Them don't want to have them children going to school and coming to school and in a peaceful environment. They don't want that. Right? They want to continue with the same thing and expect to get different results. But no. Them days gone. Them days gone through us the same.
Why would we not want a leader of the country to say, I love your children? Why should that offend PNM people? And them accept them PNM leader, that nasty Rowley, saying our children is like hyena in African jungle, and them accept that. And our Prime Minister now is telling us that we love your children. We're going to take care of them. We're going to represent them, and we're going to give them all the utilities that they need to excel in school. And them against that. What manner of people just think like that, Professor Wall Street and Uncle Tommy, listeners of WZYE? What manner of people just do that?
Self-haters.
Only a PNM thinker, only a PNM supporter. It are black people all over the Caribbean would not think like that.
Let me take this call. You're welcome.
Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. I was listening here, I was saying Beulah Lowton. If that's my name of my cousin or somebody. Yeah, that's my name.
What are your name? Okay.
Yeah, that's my name. Yeah.
You only have one Beulah. My aunt name is Beulah too, you know.
Beulah is a very good name, eh? Beulah was spoken directly out of the mouth of God. It is in the book of Isaiah in the Bible, chapter 62, spoken directly out of the mouth of God. The promised land, land of milk and honey. That is why in the songbook, they have, I've pitched my tent on Beulah, and oh, Beulah land, sweet Beulah land. You know, when I die, I can't wait to get there. So, our name is a good name. But anyway, Mr. Wall Street, I just want to ask, why does PNM opposition people, the PNM people, why they all against doing good for the country? Why does Gastro Dolly could bring a motion in Parliament to get to not have police in schools anymore? You see how they enjoy the bullying, the fighting, the killing, and all these things. Literally, God just exposing them, and they don't realize that God exposing them for who they are. Why it is that when Philip Edward Alexander went in that place, and you all show the video where they gone behind the building, and you see that suspect with a bunch of shice in it. Scheisse is in German, right? You see that there, and these people living there for many, many years. The buildings dilapidated, that fumes in the atmosphere. Beside the PNM was there. How come these people who was living there never kept their place clean and never use the money, because they say, oh, they was working Europe under the government and CPAP and thing. How come they never buy a paintbrush, a little can of paint, and fix the place where they live? Fix the back there, try, because it have big hardback man living there who knows about plumbing and thing, and help solve the situation a little bit, because I am certain that they have a lot of children there who playing and being all around that and inhaling that nastiness. So again, you see how PNM, they strive on nastiness, they strive on wickedness. This guy who call or something there with his name, the Donald Trump Jr. or something. he talk about the Freemason. The Freemason is when you sell your soul to the devil to have all the wealth and riches. Google it up. Do some deep research on that, and you would see. You see, the Bible talk and call them Canaanites. The Canaanites, that was a curse from Noah, right? And they clearly that they do not want to come out from it. They love being in the nastiness. They love dwelling in wickedness and evil. And now God had put a government there because the Bible said, though, when the wicked rules, the people mourns, and when the righteous rules, the people rejoice. This is why they have a problem with this UNC government, want to build back Trinidad and Tobago and make it a little Dubai. And everything that they do, they're finding a fault with, and they all stick in their nastiness and dirtiness. And the Bible says, a man speaketh, so is he. So when they're speaking in Parliament and all them senators and things who disagreeing with the government in plans, in changes for Trinidad and Tobago, this is who they are. And last week before I go, you know, I am amazed at calling him Bert. You know, when they bring in the little greetings now for Baptist Day and Easter Day, call him Bert, give a good speech there, I must say. But at the same time, too, when I listen him, why he, just as he read out that and know about that, why he didn't take all that he know and move mountains in Trinidad and Tobago for the 9.5 years and more years he was with the PNM. Why he didn't use that and make Trinidad a beautiful place. You see, they could only come in Parliament and say that and say this and say that, right? They just use their mouth for wickedness when they're in Parliament. But don't feel they know the Bible. They know the Bible, but they're going against the Bible because it makes me wonder is which God is serving. Is it the God of the Bible, of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or the God of this world that when you sell your soul, he give you everything, and then your life have become a sand glass, and after the last drop of sand fall, that is where the devil come back for his, what is his. Okay, I'm listening now.
Thank you. Hey, so I haven't two minds. What I should play this video or what I should play another video, right? I laugh at them.
Let me tell Beulah, I've been listening to Beulah a little while now with the Bible and the Bible and Bible. I admire your Bible lessons and your knowledge about the Bible, Beulah. Take 10 out of 10 for your knowledge.
All right. So let me listen to the Prime Minister's shout about this message. And let me say this, How COP Tommy and listeners and people in the chat and all of you fan, how could the PNM like black people when it was Basdeo Pandey, right? To give the shout about this, whether it was a land, a church, a school, first person to give that. Look how long the PNM was in power, and it take Basdeo Pandey under the UNC to do that for the shout about this. How could the PNM ever say they like black people? How?
You going real far back. When Baptist people rights was violated for gathering and assembling and was being locked up and put in jail for assembling and practicing the way of life. It's under which administration it was illegal and they call it Obia? They was calling the Baptist faith and thing Obia. Under which administration, Uncle Tommy?
UNC.
UNC was in office?
No. PNM
under which administration the Baptist faith rights was violated? They could not gather together and practice the way of life.
It started with the colonials.
Right? Right? And continue. Because in 1960, the Baptists and them could not stand up under the street light with the calabash and the candle and pray. PNM was in power. That was called Obia. They could not go under the street light because they didn't have lights home and teach the children. They could not do that because black people used to use the opportunity and the lights. In them days, PNM was in power. They could not gather.
They continue with the colonial policies.
Yes. Until them is Obia they was practicing. And it's to lock them up, beat them up. And everything that they have today, give me one. If any African leaders outside there could give us one development that the PNM give the Baptist community in this country, I go say yes. But my knowledge is that the PNM, the only way of life people that the PNM deny was the Baptist faith. Nothing for them, only promise. PNM never materialized. Nothing. Up to the cathedral that Keith Rowley promised them in 2014 when I go in office, I go give you. Heinz had called somebody Adek.
Yeah.
A Professor Walshita. He said he didn't see the Adek in him. The Adek in him.
He's looking for the piper in him.
Yeah, well that's an Adek.
Yeah, he's looking for the piper.
Adek didn't call a piper. I think they should find Adek and sit on it.
Trinidad and Tobago didn't gain independence because Britain wanted to give it to us. They left because the Caribbean was no longer profitable enough to hold on to. We didn't win our freedom, we were let go. And the 1962 celebrations? That was us throwing a party for something Britain decided on their own terms, on their own timeline. Even our Constitution at independence was drafted with British approval. So ask yourself, were we ever truly free in 1962, or just handed a different kind of leash? If you're Trinidadian or Tobagonian, this should bother you. Follow for more history they didn't teach you in school.
That the PNM didn't teach you in school.
Is that fact or fiction?
That fact, sir.
Tommy, that fact?
I agree that they just got rid of us because they needed to cut their losses.
So that independence was what? Was symbolic?
More so than
I saw this and I was like, is that fact or is that fiction, boy?
Well, shit, if this country was under colonialism still, the French and them they still control here, we wouldn't have been in this condition today, no? We would have been rich and independent and oil and gas and nice homes and thing. Put this country in PNM hand was a great disaster and an insult to the citizens.
We have to realize that when they gave us quote unquote independence, they held on to the cash cow, which was the oil fields, the oil.
Them build most of the oil fields and them build most of the health centers and most of the health facilities and things in this country.
They held on
all we highways and things, them will do that. PNM never do that. PNM never even build a sporting facility in this country.
Who built the Uriah Butler Highway?
Oh, well, who renovated it? If you say they renovated it and repair it, but it started under the colonialism.
I remember when I was a youth.
It was a one road up and down.
It was being built. How I know I used to ride on my bicycle on that highway from Marbella to Freeport.
Yeah, everybody's a rider. It was an embarrassment by putting the PNM to run this country. And I insult us. This country didn't bound to be like this today. The PNM never even built a prison to say, well, all right, we'll build an up-to-date prison and say, well, all right, look how much black people in this prison. We brothers and sisters over here. Raymond Yard. Raymond Yard is from still colonial, some 17-something. The 17th century we had that. And all them prisons and them. And say, well, all right, let me build an up-to-date prison, which part they'll got, all right, little facilities and things. You're still defecating and pale, right, which part you're sleeping under the PNM.
Let's listen to
nothing good for black people. PNM give people.
Yeah. Let's listen to the Prime Minister speech on Shouter Baptist. A message from
a professional speech.
Message of Prime Minister the Honorable Mrs. Kamla Persad-Bissessor, SC, MP, on the occasion of Spiritual Shouter Baptist Liberation Day 2026. On this Spiritual Shouter Baptist Liberation Day, I extend sincere greetings to the spiritual Baptist community across Trinidad and Tobago as they commemorate two defining milestones: the 75th anniversary of the restoration of your freedom to worship and the 30th anniversary of this day's designation as a national holiday. These anniversaries mark a decisive journey from prohibition to full recognition. The repeal of the Shouter Prohibition Ordinance in 1951 ended a grave injustice. Full recognition, however, required national action, achieved in 1996 under a UNC government led by the late Bastio Pandey during my tenure as Attorney General. One of the first acts of that government was to establish this national holiday, placing the spiritual Baptist faith in its rightful position of honor. In doing so, Trinidad and Tobago set a global precedent and remains the only country to have accorded this level of national recognition. That commitment was strengthened during my tenure as Prime Minister, 2010 to 2015, with the establishment of the St. Barbara's Spiritual Baptist Primary School, ensuring that recognition was matched by tangible investment in education. Today, the spiritual Baptist community continues to make a substantial contribution to national life, strengthening communities and shaping our moral foundation through faith, service, and cultural expression, with its impact seen across education, public service, culture, healthcare, and community life. At a time of serious national challenges, that example carries particular weight. I encourage the community to continue to uphold its traditions of faith, discipline, and service, and to lift our nation in prayer for peace, healing, and unity. On behalf of the government and people of Trinidad and Tobago, I acknowledge with deep respect the enduring contribution of the spiritual Baptist community to our country's development. Your journey stands as a testament to the sustaining power of faith. As the Holy Bible affirms, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in trouble. Psalm 46, verse 1. That truth has sustained your community and continues to uplift our country. May God continue to bless you, your families, and your community, and may His hand always guide, protect, and strengthen our beloved nation.
You know what's interesting, though? Most of the times you hear from Prime Minister Kamla Persad-Bissessor, there is a sort of I don't know if I want to call it spiritual in her speech and the things that she say, and it's just a common sort of, attitude that, you just feel so good about it, man.
She claims to be a spiritual Baptist also,
Well, even in her speech, you could see, you could hear, even when you read it, you could hear the kind of tone of a person,
sympathy and passion and
understanding
and respect.
Yeah, a person who's not there to try to put something in a basement, like how the PNM put 26.3% of black people living below the poverty line. The black children scoring the lowest on those exams. No police in schools to stem the tide of the behaviors. thing to try to make it better, especially for those who are most unfortunate. But the PNM had no interest in that. The PNM interest, as the blackest man in Trinidad and Tobago stated, it was to make the rich richer. He didn't have no problem making the rich richer so they could help the poor.
And the Baptist community don't even appreciate that, you know. If Kamala Prasad Bissessa was in office still from 2015, today a secondary school would have built. The cathedral would have been over there because all them things she telling them, yes, I'm giving them things. She start off with the learning center, then the primary school, then the secondary school would have come. The cathedral would have been building, would have been finished already. And it's the same Baptist people and them. The same Baptist people and that just vote them out. That just vote out the UNC and take promise from the PNM. What a mother, what a organization. What an organization.
Mr. Florida, welcome.
Yeah, Mr. Anselm. So the reason why it sounds different.
Sorry,
wait. In the backup. Okay. Yeah, the reason why it sounds different from the Honorable Prime Minister Kamala, it's not politicized. Like how PNM just politicize everything. The results from the children, or they don't want to see who doing bad and who doing good. They take Emancipation Day and make it what? African Emancipation Day?
Yeah.
So you see, PNM politicize everything, and it's not genuine. Like the last year when the former or the year before, somebody touched my soul. Imagine you come on there and dancing, singing that.
Yeah.
You see, and then they make memes and all kind of thing. And then when this man going on a political platform, everybody in crowd and they playing the song and they dancing like it's a party. When it's a religion, you're mocking. You know, you see, everything is politicized by this PNM government, and that is by doing song genuine. And you see the funny thing about the PNM sycophants and them, they don't see that. You know, all they know about is race. And that's the end of it. All right, look on.
Thank you. Omolola says people who is spiritual, who really standing for Black power, speaks with authority, and that is what Prime Minister Kamala Prasad Bissessa does. She speaks with authority, and you know, there's always who's that? There's always, you know, Patty says unhappy set of winners. What does she mean by that? What's Patty mean by that?
Well, she says unhappy set of winners. Was she unhappy? We remember them win by getting PNM, them win by getting penny, you know. Them classified as a winner.
Oh, okay. You know, I mean, sometimes when Patty and Gordon Joseph went right, I just had to get translation.
Patty classify Penny as a winner.
Penny?
Yeah.
But folks, before we go for the break, right, I want you guys to listen to Barry Parrott was on fire in the Parliament. Fire.
Yep.
Listen to this.
Mr. Speaker, I listened very carefully to my colleague from Diego Martin Northeast. And right off the bat, the honorable member said that he would file a matter of adjournment every week if that is what is required for his constituents to receive water. Mr. Speaker, this is coming from a member whose last incarnation in government was Minister of Public Utilities for just about 1 month. But Mr. Speaker, the honorable member's disposition and reputation does not stop short for that 1 month. And I want to refer you to an article dated December 12, 2021, which headlined Water Wars in Colm's Constituency. You see, the member for Diego Martin Northeast held the position of Minister of Finance that financed all the water projects, if there were any, between the period 2015 to February 2025, until he became Minister of Public Utilities for that 1 month. And I'll tell you, Mr. Speaker, the article that headlines Water Woes in Com's constituency, dated December 12, 2021, what the honorable member's constituents had to say. And I quote, "For the past few years, we have been having issues with WASA and not getting water. It started in the late half of 2015. Who became the government in the late half of 2015? Mr. Speaker, it goes on to say, going into 2016, and after that we complained and called WASA, and they said it was pressure. They had to supply other places. I tried to be understanding. Someone gave us a private truck number to buy water. We now constantly have to buy water at $500 a tank, and one tank lasts 2 weeks. This started in the late half of 2015 when the People's National Movement came into power. Mr. Speaker, further the article says, after years without a restoration of supplies, residents said instead of asking for a rebate from WASA, they continue to receive no supply. Mr. Speaker, the article went on further, and I quote, additionally, a project to replace the existing 4-inch diameter pipeline along Northwest Drive with a large 6-inch diameter pipeline had been identified for implementation. This article was dated 2021. The residents told them while they were in government, Mr. Speaker, even when the member served as Minister of Public Utilities, it was in the public space that the residents of Diego Martin Northeast told them that they had to replace the pipelines here that was creating the problem. So to come here and give this song and dance to give the impression that water woes in Diego Martin Northeast now arrived on the scene is complete hogwash, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the honorable member for St. Anne's East told us during the debate, she had some advice for ministers and said, get to work, do the work. For 10 years, you did no work. And that is why Diego Martin Northeast and several areas in the Northwest, Mr. Speaker, are facing water woes. The dilapidated infrastructure that we inherited, it is not a switch that you can turn on and turn off. My colleague from Oruka Lopino will tell you that. Had the member for Diego Martin Northeast stayed longer in the Ministry of Public Utilities, he might have learned that. But while he oversaw the expenditure for 10 years in this country, he could tell us all the projects that are needed in Diego Martin Northeast, but never one day lifted a finger to say as Minister of Finance that he will finance those projects in order for people to get water in their taps. The member then said that he would plead on behalf of his constituents from La Ceiba, from Marabal. Where was your voice for the last 10 years? I recall when the member went into opposition in 2010. The member did an interview with CNC3 and he said, and I know we're in the spirit of Easter, he said in that interview, Mr. Speaker, that he would repent from his wicked ways of ignoring the plight of poor people. For 10 years, he had the opportunity to repent, and he did no such thing. But Mr. Speaker, let me tell you what we are doing to help the people in Northwest Trinidad. We don't play politics. The member for Cuba North always says, we get the job done. And let us tell you what we are doing. We have conducted a comprehensive audit of WASA's national infrastructure. A lot of the aged, dilapidated infrastructure, Mr. Speaker, is causing us to continue to lose potable water. Mr. Speaker, we have developed a 60 million program to restore 100% efficiency and reliability of all 176 facilities across both islands. Mr. Speaker, the pumps that the honorable member from Diego Martin Northeast is referring to, many of them when we came into office, rusty, old, non-functional, and they implemented pumps that you can't get parts for. And when they want to talk about friend and family and financier, you should ask them who they gave those projects to. That today, you can't get parts for that. You have to replace the pumps, and it is taking forever. Mr. Speaker, we are changing all that. We have given the commitment. You have already started to see Ministry of Works and the Ministry of Public Utilities changing out some of that aged infrastructure. We know it is frustrating to residents, but that is what we inherited for 10 years. So when the member for Arima wants to call our Prime Minister unfit and lazy, I want to tell him, member for Arima, if you want to see unfit and lazy, turn to your left and turn to your right. I want to tell the member for Arima, when you want to see lazy and unfit, don't only turn to the left and turn to the right. Look in a mirror. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Oh, God. Folks, look in the mirror. You're going to take that quick. Huh?
That on fire. It's a that on fire.
You have a hot mouth, you know?
Yeah. Folks, we're going to take that quick break. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP, and you. We'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
Welcome to WZYE TV 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And on Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. on Let's Talk Politics. Like, share and subscribe to keep up to date with reality affecting your life. And as we always say, we bring the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
You're tuned to WZYE, the heartbeat of unfiltered truth. We're more than a station, we're a movement, grounded in facts, driven by integrity, committed to progress. We don't chase headlines, we create them. Decoding politics and current affairs to question power, not cozy up to it. From Laventille to Scarborough, whether you're in your living room or your commute, this is where perspectives collide, divides dissolve, and tomorrow's conversations start today. WZYE, we originate, not imitate.
Fire! 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 Fire!
We are back with you. It's Sunday Talk. Let's talk politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. Don't forget, folks, whenever you join us, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook. Subscribe. WZYE TV on YouTube. And you can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also 973-609-6509. That's 973-609-6509. And please don't forget to share it live.
Thank you.
And
Fraud! Coming up next, fraud of the week. Fraud! Coming up next, fraud of the week.
Financial Guru, welcome.
Yeah, Professor Wall Street, give me 1 second. I just want to do something here. Listen, remember I told you when I told you about this guy calling him good night, good afternoon. Uncle Tommy, good afternoon. Mr. Wall Street, also known as the Anselm Babon, also known as the Professor. Good afternoon, Mr. Kunji, Mr. COP, and everyone. So I want to just chime in just quickly because I told you this guy. You did the fraud of the week yet?
No, I just do it. I just put it
All
up.
right. So I'm telling you now, tomorrow, because I can't do it today. Remember the last show? I told you this guy called Imbert is a complete fraud. And you're seeing how I'm eloquently with facts. Mr. Paradat, the Minister of Public Utilities, dispense with these guys over the fence. This guy continues to get a resonance among people who believe him. But I tell people, don't follow the hype, follow the facts. And I'm telling you, you will see it time and time again. He's going to come back again. And I'm going to have people following him. Rowley, Stuart Young just win a $500,000 judgment, so they feel they're on the earth. They feel on the top of the earth. But the facts are facts. And I'm telling you, tomorrow or Tuesday, because I already prepared it, I want to destroy what this guy is saying with regards to Hilton, because what Con Imbert is very good at fooling a lot of people still, okay, is to talk absolute nonsense. So the person who set the match on fire to Trinidad and Tobago was Con Imbert. I'm talking about economically and politically, is Con Imbert and Keith Rowley. He is a 6 for a 9 and a 9 for a 6. You know what I mean by a 6 for a 9 and a 9 for a 6, Professor Wall Street?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. A 6 for a 9 and a 9 for a 6. I'm making this up.
Okay.
He's a 6 for a 9 because every time Con Imbert, when he was the Minister of Finance, he always give you, tell you, a 9 is a 6, meaning when it comes to revenue, he always overinflate the revenue and have Trinidad in trouble, and he going into the Heritage and Stabilization Fund. But when it comes to costs, anything that costs in Trinidad and Tobago, including that airport, including a number of projects that he's done, it's always a 6 for a 9, meaning he always underestimate the costs, and then when you catch, the cost is way above. So tomorrow or Tuesday, Professor Wall Street, I want to deal specifically, if you give me a few minutes, to deal with Hilton, because this guy came last week, Thursday, I told you, and was mouthing off and blaming at the hands of the UNC. This is what he does all the time. He set the fire with Hilton. He, as the Minister of Finance, the fiduciary responsibility for Trinidad and Tobago taxpayers, and then blames it on the ministers and the Kamala Prasad administration, and it has to stop. So, Professor Wall Street, he is my fraud of the week. 619 946 for comment. But have a good evening, everybody.
All right,
bye.
Tommy, put one day from folks, we are doing now.
Fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
So, Tommy, do you have a fraud of the week?
I was looking at Mr. Young.
Stuart Young, we'll put one for Young, COP.
I go in with Colin Imbert.
Colin Imbert, fraud of the week.
Fraud of the week.
Yeah, I like to reserve judgment because, sometimes we may have certain people who does either send voice notes or call in or send WhatsApp messages, and they might they might swing my vote in order to vote for them as fraud of the week. So I know if Tommy and
call Imbert, go and get fraud of the week. I might pick him.
You stay with Colin Imbert. All right. So
call Imbert. How could you represent a constituency for over 30 years and complaining for water? How? What did you do?
That's a good question. Nothing. I ain't do nothing.
And fighting for something when you don't have no authority and no power?
Correct.
But then that's not the right time to fight. But the right time to be ashamed of yourself too.
All right, let's take this voice now.
A pleasant good evening, Anselm. Pleasant good evening, Tommy, and to the opposition on the bench there, COP. Thanks for bringing all that. I agree with you, COP, and I also agree with Anselm. That is facts all the talking there. That is real facts. But I wonder under which government that people's rights have been violated in 2026. I wonder if that ringing a bell.
You see what I tell you? You see why it does revoke my judgment?
I totally agree with Barry. It's your fear I am. And Sim, I always tell you what is right and what is wrong is wrong. I totally agree with Barry Palarat with what he's saying there in Parliamentary. Full 100. But Anselm, let me ask you this now. How would you feel if ABCD XYZ become the prime minister of this country, would you support that person the same year as you're supporting Kamala?
What you see why I just reserve my judgment? You see why I just reserve my judgment? What?
Ulrich, was very sarcastic there and hypothetical.
yeah. Where you come with that from? Ulrich, we're not doing. We're doing.
You try to say the prime minister is at ABCD.
Yeah, Ulrich, we're doing fraud of the week, eh? But you know what?
Presenting Bubble Head of the Day.
So, folks, that's my special. We're doing. This is what we're doing today, right?
Fraud, fraud, fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
Fuck. Tommy, my fraud of the week is Ulrich.
Ulrich.
Put Ulrich as my fraud of the week. You see what I tell all you? There's something that tells me don't pick your fraud of the week yet until you get the voice notes or until you get phone calls. Right? And look at
Ulrich was worse than him, but
Ulrich was worse than him, but and listen now, he come with the half. He come with the half. Oi, I'm Wall Street and Slim. You see, I fear. I agree with Barry Padarat. No, Ulrich, you can't be half pregnant. You're half pregnant. You understand? You now come like Trini Chum. Both all in you were flowers together. Pick a side, Ulrich. Pick a side. You want Trini Chum, Chum Jr. You want Chum Jr., not Trini Chum, Chum Jr. Pick a side. You can't be waffling, man. All right, let me continue with the voice note. Hold on. And look at your voice note from Trini Chum. Hold on.
Hi, guys. Must I keep correcting Sleepy Joe Jr. all the time? Palm Sunday is not when Jesus rode into town. It marks the beginning of the Holy Week, commemorating Jesus' triumphant entry into Jerusalem before his crucifixion and resurrection. So you go back to Sunday school, Junior, and do your lessons.
Check Beulah.
Hi, guys. Must I keep correcting Sleepy Joe Jr. all the time?
Beulah might assist Sunday school. We are getting involved in that. President Trump, I salute you.
You get called out again. You get called out. You get exposed again. Old father. You see what that PNM miseducation has do to you? In this day of Google, the PNM miseducation does take preference over using Google. Imagine that.
Mess up your brain. Mess up your brain.
Let me take this next voice note from Miss Santa Cruz. Hold on.
Good afternoon, Wall Street, and to everybody out there. Well, I had to give MP Padarat a standing ovation when I heard that, let me deal with Penny first. When I heard about weak belly, useless, wasteless Penny calling my Prime Minister a lazy person. She had no shame because she slept. She was deaf, dumb, and blind for 9 years, 7 months, and 28 days. And you coming to talk about who lazy? Penny, you really need to look in the mirror. Now, let me deal with Imbert. Imbert made that statement in Parliament, I think it was Friday, right? After people were calling me the whole week, especially after a TikTok video came out with the Councillor for Woodbine, Parliament and Environs, making it look as though it's the UNC depriving people of water in Maraval and environs. Even Santa Cruz, all over the place, you hear people calling and begging for water. She made that video making it look as though it was, so right away now, he is siding with her what UNC doing the people. Wall Street, I got calls to people in Maraval, right? And right now, one of them is doing a video for me to highlight it wherever I choose to, and I'll send it for you as well. Woodbine Gardens, Parliament and Environs have been suffering for water since the PNM came back into office. And that Woodbine Gardens is not far from Imbert's office in Maraval. And what they were telling me is that sometimes they come and they turn on the valve, 2 seconds later they turn it back off. I keep saying that the government has changed, but the workers' mindset has not changed. They are deliberately sabotaging the people to make the government look bad. We have had a water problem in Santa Cruz since 2007. Imagine when Lenny Sake was acting prime minister, I was so desperate, I called him, right, for us to get water in Santa Cruz. He sent, you know who he sent to come and see what this was going on up here? You remember I can't remember the gentleman, the chairman of WASA at the time. Because he could speak German, he was getting hundreds of $1,000s a month. Somebody might remind me the man's name to see what it was going on in Santa Cruz water situation. When the UNC, the partnership came into office, they called my name on the radio station, Mr. Punkin, and he said, he reassured Miss Santa Cruz that no water will be a problem of the past. That was in 2011. Wall Street, we started to get a good water supply. And I am living spitting distance from a pump station. We used to have to go and fill water by a spring and bring it back to fill our tanks. That is the desperation. When Gatsby Dolly came into office, right, we were still suffering with this water situation. When residents called her, you know what she said? I am at a function. Call me back in 2 weeks' time. And she has the goal to tell this government to get up and do all your work. I'll never forget that. That is what she told the residents when they were calling her, because she gave everybody her number when she won the election. Right? She's at a function, and call her back in 2 weeks' time. That's when we plan for her. Right? And then we started to get a decent water supply until PNM came back in office. Wall Street, Santa Cruz, I can't speak for anybody else. We are on a water schedule. Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Supposed to be from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. or 6 the next day. Wall Street, it comes a little after 6, very low. You can hardly fill the machine. You have to wait till it build up a little bit together with what tank water you have to get to wash. And I am telling you, Wall Street, by 10:30, 11:15, that water is no more. So instead of us getting a 12-hour supply or whatever, we only get 4 or 5 hours, right? And this has been going on since PNM left office. So if anybody wants to tell me that is not sabotage, I'll tell them they're lying. They are sabotaging us with the water. So when Imbert want to talk about, he going to send a request every week. He should have done that when he was in office, because it's not now the people are suffering for water. Wall Street, thanks a lot for listening to me, but I had to highlight that. Thanks.
Thank you. Let me see. How about next one? Hold on.
My fraud of the week is Imbert. That is my fraud of the week. Imbert. Answer him. What going on with Roche? I'm not hearing nothing. There's a deafening silence. I'm not hearing him at all. You can give me a heads up on that, please.
What does ABCD mean? What Ulrich talked about just now? I don't know. COP, what does ABCD mean? What was Ulrich talking about?
He's trying to show that for the prime minister. He's trying to say that all the prime minister is ABCD.
That's what it is?
Yeah, that's what he's trying to say.
So Tommy, you get out one day from Ulrich?
Yeah, this is Imbert.
Yeah. All right, let me go to the chat and see. Folks, send your fraud of the week. Hold on, let me go to the chat and see what people put in here for fraud of the week. Let me see if there's any here in WhatsApp. Send your fraud of the week, folks. Send your fraud of the week. Fraud of the week. Send your fraud of the week.
Fraud. Coming up next, fraud of the week.
Fraud of the week. All right, let me go to the chat. COP fraud was Imbert, right?
Right.
Okay,
yeah.
Let me see. All right.
Yeah, he going to win it tonight. He going to win it.
Who winning it?
He going to win it. Imbert.
All right, Miss Santa Cruz, Imbert and Penny. All right. Input and Penny. We're going to only take one. Input.
We'll take input.
We'll take input, the first one. Hafiz Mohammed, input. Radha Ragunanan, Victor Roberts. Hey, look, Victor Roberts get one, yes?
He get one.
Victor Roberts get one, boy. Capitan. Hey, look, even Capitan going fraud of the week. Input. Just cool fraud of the week. PLM opposition. Oh, wait, la. Look, Beulah, fraud of the week. Victor Roberts. Victor Roberts get two, boy. Way, Victor Roberts.
Beulah, you so like Imbut, Beulah? You so like Imbut?
I mean, she give Victor fraud of the week. Beulah is an independent thinker.
Move on. Move on.
Oh God, Beulah is an independent thinker. Monica Rampi soon Imbut. Rajendra Maharaj Imbut. Monica Rampi still want to know what's that ABCD. That's why I wanted to know too. I didn't even know what that. Joyson Pobaro, welcome. Happy Palm Sunday to everyone.
And let me say good afternoon to Nigel Snipe that locked on.
Hey, your partner Nigel Snipes, boy. Nigel Snipes.
Yeah, good afternoon to you, Nigel Snipe. My friend.
Yeah, long time, no boy. Yeah, Nigel Snipes go back in the days when he was 91, when in the Mugabe station.
Yeah, from the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, boy. Nigel Snipes, that is the time. Interesting. Input fraud of the week.
Inja, good night to you. Good day to you, Inja.
All those bubblers as one PNM back at the hem. Folsom, you had to pick something, man. Oh God. Or they just know how to follow instructions, you know. I have a video to play next, eh? Or they don't go nowhere. I have a video to play next fall, yeah. Plenty people will get vexed in this video, but I ain't calling on you. Monica Rampi soon. Chump. Maybe Chump Jr. I think Chump Jr. get one day, Tommy. Chump Jr. Monica Rampi. Jr. Get Chump Jr. one. Yeah. Chump Jr. get one. Chump Jr. you're inside. Hanif. Fraud of the week input. Rajendra Penny, fraud of the week.
Hanif, good afternoon to you, Hanif.
Patricia Reed. Lie to your sheep is fraud of the week. What does that mean?
Rowley.
Somebody had a chance with that. What is that?
Is she telling Rowley that?
Huh?
Is Rowley telling that?
All right. Patricia, let me know who's your fraud of the week. Yeah, we're trying to get from Patricia a fraud of the week. Oh, them PNM don't like to vote for no fraud of the week, you know. You know, Gordon Gangachan and Joseph. At least Oric does vote for a fraud of the week. Which doctor say input? Google spin, not from this. Omelola says input. Input. Look, what I tell all you? Why them fellas just prove me right by? My fraud of the week is WSY. What is that? What is WSY? What is WSY?
I feel he being sarcastic.
Yeah. Patty, translate that for us, please. What is?
Yeah, all the PNM people can translate.
Because he said he's a balance in the opening remarks, but when the program starts, you only go left, and the true things said about a government is not talked about, but lies it will get. I know what you're talking about now. And fraud of the week, Coleman Booth, Bennett Thomas.
But he can't say WZYE they spread lies. Huh? He can't say we just spread lies here. He will be biased. Huh?
Yeah. Angela Darius. Yeah, what a racially loaded statement by Ulrich. Sita Ramki soon, fraud of the week in both. Sita, I think that's Sita first day time, you know. Let's say welcome.
Yeah, all send him both viral today.
Yeah. Chris Tuku, input fraud of the week. All right. I only have Omelola. Fraud of the week. Yeah. So that's where we are so far. Tell me, what's the numbers? What do the conk look like?
Young one from me. Input is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
For our next one, 14. Monica Robinson. Yeah. You have Penny too. You had to have Penny.
Penny had 2. Victor Roberts have 2.
Yeah.
Ulrich have 1.
Okay. Folks, so we're looking for an interpreter for Gordon Ganga Shana Drygen Joseph because, you know, I don't know what WZYE is. Can somebody translate that for us, please? Yeah, because none of us in here so far. Tommy, did you take a stab at it?
No, that's too high for me.
Robert Mahab, you're welcome. So, folks, I want to play this video for you all, and I want to get your take on it because I have a take on it, and my take may be different from Tommy's take, COP take, and your take, But take a listen to this. Watch this.
Go for it, Go, ugly boy, go for me, boy.
Market police all at the state, so. But they're running down nobody. You're running down nobody. You're running down nobody.
Go for me, boy.
You're weak. You're weak. Now I have to watch your market. See what market goods. Let's see what market goods, boy. I show what I buy. Want to see what market goods, boy. On your ship, boy.
So, Tommy, I just wanted to add before we get to the video. Rick Q, fraud of the week is input. So, add that in there. Fraud of the week is input. Yeah. So, folks, there we have a video, right? Black is simple. Black is Simple. Black is Simple. I think Black is Simple is new here. And I don't know if the question is what island is this, but the video that we just played is Trinidad and Tobago. So say welcome to Black is Simple. All right, let me take this phone call. Alistair, welcome.
Let me keep the contribution on this clip, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good afternoon, Professor Wall Street, Uncle Tommy, and COP.
Same to you, my friend.
Right, right. Well, you know, when I come to make my contribution, I speak the whole truth and nothing but the truth, right?
Okay.
But before I make my contribution, I would like to take the opportunity to wish the spiritual Baptist community a happy Shouters Baptist Day tomorrow.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Right. I would like to also commend the Prime Minister for sterling contribution in Parliament, where she was going to ensure that the Baptist community get a secondary school. Right. But you know what is alarming, and most people in Trinidad and Tobago don't know that, right? That she is a Hindu, she is a Shouters Baptist, and she's also a Presbyterian, right?
Okay.
And a lot of people, they spread so many propaganda about this woman. She's very strong, I could tell you this. She don't like black people and all kind of foolishness. But if she joined the Baptist faith at the age of 16 with her sisters and her father, now the Baptist faith is predominantly black people, right? Black people. And after that, she left to go and study Jamaica at the age of 18 and spent 14 years. And the PNM still at it, spreading all these propaganda that she don't like black people. Professor, Uncle Tommy and Uncle Tommy, do you believe that, a person like that don't like black people? Your views. Really? Honestly, you believe those kind of propaganda?
No.
No way.
Her behaviors, what she have done, especially when as the Prime Minister between 2010 and 2015, reducing the amount of black people living below the poverty line from 19.8% to 17.3%. That is not a person, right, who have the attitude of a person who doesn't like, those type of people.
Yeah, and added to that, when Jamaica hit with this severe hurricane last year, she was the first Prime Minister of the CARICOM to inject financial aid. And yet the PNM goes by and start to spread all these propaganda that she don't like black people. It is so sickening, really sickening. But I comment to my fraud of the week. My fraud of the week will be the former finance minister, Colin Mbe.
All right.
On two reasons. The clip that you played with Pirate, where he was questioning people, Diego Martin having no water and so.
Yeah.
And secondly, the Holiday Inn, where the structure problem existed because that building went up in the same day that we had independence, which was 1962. Added to that, for 10 years the PNM was in power, did nothing to renew any sort of contracts. And to come and talk this kind of hogwash now, man, this man will go down the fraud of the week for him, man.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
He must build a multi-story building before he put on a pipeline in the people them constituency.
Ulrich, welcome.
Good afternoon, Anselm. Good afternoon, Tommy. Good afternoon, COP.
Ulrich, right, Ulrich? You made some statement last week, right, on your last program about being fair and all kind of things. You have called here. We have never not taken your call or never not play your voice notes. Are you aware of that?
Yeah, that is facts. That is facts. Yeah.
So how you
and
know?
Although we on the front side of the fence, that is facts.
Yeah, but we don't only speak the truth, the whole truth. Wait, you see now?
No.
No.
Sometimes you feel you're talking the truth, but sometimes not everything you say is the truth.
No, COP and Tommy, did you hear what Ulrich just said? Ulrich, could you repeat what you just said about the side of the fence again, please?
I said not everything.
No.
You just say
about what side of the fence you on and I on? Repeat your statement.
It appears to me that we're on different sides.
No, don't put you no appears now. You see how them fellas just waffle? You just make a statement, we're on different side of the fence. No, you come back and you want to talk about your appears.
Raise your point. We're on the front side of the fence, regardless of where I say we're on the front side of the fence.
All right, so listen. So if I'm a UNC, what will you if you're on the front side of the fence?
I was a UNC, I'm not a UNC.
Oh God, I didn't ask you that, Ulrich. Ulrich, I said, if I am a UNC and you are on a different side of the fence, what side of the fence you on?
On the independent side of the fence.
Oh,
right
God.
Now we can't trust nobody.
Ulrich, it's not no independent party. You could go and vote in Trinidad and Tobago.
I do have an independent party in time for the next election.
I know it. Go ahead. Make your contribution.
And same the video you just showed with the thing with the vendor and the police there.
Yeah.
That just goes to show the colonial thinking that these fellas are getting indoctrinated with in the academy. The honest work, best work the police do is lock up vendors and get ticket. That's the best job they does do. That is a kind of mental slavery thing. You see how them black people come and hold that man and rough him up and push him and ban. I wonder if one of his shoulders could be out of place, we all those handling him. And he have no recourse. No, himself you have recourse, he don't have the money to fight them. That is the kind of thing I'll be talking about. Now Kamala and them in office now, that going on since in Rowley and them time. Now she in office. Them is the thing I find the government should be looking at and stopping, because it's not no job for people and people creating their own employment to make a living. So they will have to be dependent on the government. And that is the kind of brutality that are sort of face when they go out there in the morning to look for the land. Them is the thing they should be looking at. I don't want to say much on your program because my comments does always go contrary. So I'll go on with that.
Thank you. Ulrich, you better take off them red sunglasses you have on, eh?
Take 10 out of 10, Ulrich. 10 out of 10.
Tommy, what's your take on that video, Tommy?
No, it's really sad. I'm troubled by that type of behavior. Somebody trying to make a legitimate dollar out there, not breaking the laws, or did they break the law? They probably was in a place that was against the law or something.
It's public space. That is public space. What is public space? Anyway, that was abuse of power. If I have a mother and my mother or my father treat people like that because there's police officers, I disrespect them to the highest. I wait until they're sick and I deny them a glass of water. I give them nothing as parents. Yeah, I abandon them when they become old. If my parents do things like that. You see how they're trying to break the boy hand? And when the people them on the side by who stand up in public space on the pavement now, taking videos and telling them, look, we have it on camera. Look how they're trying to break your hand. Then you leave what you're doing over there and run with your battle to beat the people them in the crowd. That is abuse of power. And they should lose their job. And any national security see damn videos of them and all they do anything about it and say the police right and use foolish remarks as don't retaliate, don't do nothing, just stay quiet. When you abuse coming to you, you will retaliate. you will, survival instinct will kick in, especially when the people and them responsibility. You know what's the police responsibility? First duty is to protect and serve, not brutalize and use your power to keep me down. Yes. What about the stress test? What about their stress test? When people speaking, what about if people stress testing the rights? Police don't want to know about that. They don't want to know nothing about them thing. They use the power and they violate the poor man rights for looking for $1 on the street. Why the police service or them market police, and them I call them market police because that is what they just do. Why them don't provide work for that brother and say, hey, it's against the law for you to be over here. You can't sell over here. If you can't sell, let me find some opportunity for you. But violate your rights and beat them up that way. And can you imagine when they go on all in the van without the camera, how much cuff and kick and battle that boy Bobby Gainey in all in the head and thing.
So folks,
any police service in my country supporting something like that, I would not support them. And Oli wouldn't get me to break the law because I'm not a lawbreaker. So Oli wouldn't have to come by me at all.
So folks, put your closing comments in the chat, send your closing voice notes and your closing quotes. Let me say simply, when I saw the video, the first thing I said, why didn't he just cooperate? Why? Why didn't he just cooperate?
Why the police didn't come and tell me why you unarrested me? Why you locking me up for?
Folks, and that's why I put on the thing a lawless society. Why didn't he just
the police supposed to give you a reason why they're locking you up?
But wait. Why didn't he just cooperate? And you have all these other guys there, right? Egging him on, right? And he wants to
No, there wasn't egging him on. Them wasn't egging him on. Them was telling them keep still, you have it on camera, we videotape and everything.
But he wasn't keeping still. In my estimation, in those situations, you know for a fact the possibilities of what can happen.
Remember, they can't do that in your country. The police can't do the citizens and not in your country. Them can't do that. Them other approach with respect.
As a matter of fact, CUP, I don't think that a person who the police approach will behave in that manner that the guy behaved.
They have to have in your country, they have to have reasonable cause to approach me. In your country.
In Trinidad, they don't have to have reasonable cause. We don't know.
We don't know Trinidad over here is a stop and ID state. We is a stop and ID state. They could stop we and ID for identification and thing. They could stop but they can't tell we. They're not supposed to tell we you are arrested. Officer, what am I arrested for? They're supposed to explain that to you. Not to rush them so. That is what the robbers just do, people. That when people robbing people, they just do people that Wall Street approach them aggressive so and take the gold and take the money and run and go away.
You ever see why didn't he just not when the police approach him, why don't he just calmly say, listen, let me go down and let me deal with this situation after we go to the police station?
So
why?
The police supposed to just run and raff you just so?
If the police feel you are suspicious of something and they run and they hold you, don't resist.
In your country, they can't do that. In your country, even though they have a warrant, they can't do that. In your country.
No. And that is why the country is considered to be a lawless society. That's why
I can't support that from police officers at all. I'm not supporting that behavior at all.
As a matter
That's
of fact,
why the population will never have confidence in them.
COP, in New York, when Mayor Giuliani was in power, there was something called the broken windows theory. And under the broken windows theory, what they did is the smallest of things, right? The police will make sure if they consider it to be a crime, you will be arrested for it, or you'll be given a ticket or something. And the theory was this: if you are passing a building, an abandoned building, and it have one broken windows, there's a possibility that people will break the other windows. But if you repair the one broken window, right, they're not going to then pelt rocks and break the other windows. In Trinidad and Tobago, the smallest thing you do, people used to get away with it. And in order to change that, some of them small things, and this government is actually doing it as well. Those small things, you can't get away with. Let's take this call.
Don't bring the government in that. Don't bring the government in that.
No,
because that
no.
is not the action of the government. That is the action of lawless and power-driven police officers and them.
No, but so the guy wasn't lawless.
No, what did the guy do? The police officer walk up to the guy and say, "You're arrested." For what?
Arrest. Why did he have to fight the police? Why?
He fight
the police. You
can't
win that fight? How you gonna win that fight?
So when the police them wrath me, lock up my neck, choke up my neck, and I just had to stay right.
The only reason why they do that is because you're resisting.
In Trinidad and Tobago, we won't allow that. We don't want that kind of law in Trinidad and Tobago. Trinidad and Tobago police officers should have respect for the people and them.
But
that's why Rowley never raised the money.
The book and window theory, it was a little bit profiling also.
Yes, it was. Absolutely.
Right?
Yes, you are correct. Absolutely.
But this police officer...
So that Wall Street one for them to profile the little black boy on the road. That's what he supported.
This police officer came, he did not read him his Miranda rights.
Nothing like that.
That's number one mistake he make. They're gonna lose that in court. He wasn't read his Miranda rights. What he arresting this young man for?
For
selling.
And what I am saying is that you, as a victim, do not fight back. And when you go to court, make whoever have to pay. But the minute you start to fight back, right?
After you start to fight me, after you abusing me.
That mistake the young man did. He resisted.
The young boy didn't make no mistake.
If he had known his rights and he knew they didn't read him his Miranda rights, he would have go willfully because he know you don't have money to get.
Correct.
It had no case when you don't have your Miranda rights read. What you arrest me for? You can if you're detaining me, you can pull me and detain me. But they put him in the car to go, and his Miranda rights wasn't read. You see, these where we had to teach young men and them about the constitutional rights and what the police officer could do and can do, and what you could do in any court of law. The whole process that this officer did there was wrong. They approached the situation wrong. They didn't have no documentation.
You see how they're trying to break the little boy hand? You see how they're trying to put your hand and break your hand and things? So when you do that,
No, but we're saying, Mr. CP, they didn't have no documentation to show the guy this is what we're gonna detain you for or arrest you for. Violation of section XYZ. You have
in Wall Street country, the police had to have that.
Yeah, you had to have that because if you're selling on the streets, they will take up your supplies and they will detain your supplies. And you had to go in the police station to get it back, and then you had to give your story why you was there.
All over the country in Trinidad and Tobago.
So training is the number one problem we do have in Trinidad. All right, guys, look up.
Thank you.
All over the country in Trinidad and Tobago, them municipal police officers and them breaking down people's little stall, throwing down the table, taking the goods and going in anything. Understand why it's public space. Public space is not government space. Public space is me and yours.
Go ahead, Tommy.
I was asking, are Miranda rights valid in Trinidad and Tobago?
I don't know. Bernard Thomas said there's no Miranda rights in TNT. I don't know. Let me take this voice now. Hold on.
After church, good day. I say I had to share this with this village. As most people might know, I do the market on Saturday. After my training on Saturday morning, I go to the market, the grocery, and then go home in front of my TV, most likely for the rest of the day with the remote control. Most likely. My first and second choice is football. Yeah. So while in the market, going there, I hear, too much a ganga chana. Too much a ganga. I said, but wait now, what Kunji doing in Tunapuna market? So I spin wrong now, but when I spin around, I ain't seen anybody looking like Kunji, but I know the voice came from over, so somebody talking louder about Ganga Chana. So I listen, and then the person say it again, yeah, boy, too much agangacha. And then I say, oh shit, it's not me talking to no boy. Because I want to know, well, what is really going on here? What is going on here? Because I never really hear nobody talk about gangachana, you know what I mean, outside like that, you know, in a long time. You understand? Because there are people who know other ways are doing the thing, you know what I mean? So I said, well, it couldn't be me because I don't have a bald head and I don't have a vein standing up on the left side of my head. So it couldn't be me that they were talking to. So I was so thankful to God that, you know, that was the case. Kunji, if you had to come to Napuna Market, let me know before, eh? All right, all the best. Later.
That's a voice note.
Yeah.
I know you will listen to it before you play it, so I'm not sure if you will play it. But I will send it still. Come on, man. You have people saying that you are a professor, right? There are reasons why there are such things as dot, comma, exclamation, question mark, and all these things. If you read and you look properly, maybe it's your glasses. I wouldn't blame you. Maybe it's your glasses. You will see WS, comma, meaning Wall Street, and then I put a Y, and I put a question mark after the Y. Okay? So I'm saying I'm voting for Wall Street, comma. Why? Because, and I put the reason why, that you can see why I vote for Wall Street. Gosh, boy. Some people say education expensive. But you see...
Oh, yeah, Ulrich. Welcome.
Yeah.
Ulrich.
Oi, and Slim.
Yeah.
I see you're trying to justify the arrest. There's no justification there, and Slim. They abuse their power there. There is no justification. And Slim, and you're saying that the fella should have keep quiet.
Yeah.
And Slim, you know what frustration that boy must be under? You know what problem he must be having?
Yeah, the police know that. The police know that. The police went into his brain already can know that. They know that. They know that.
Don't make excuse to the police or try to justify what they do. What they did was wrong. And Slim, you know, in York, if you do that, you know he could sue.
Well,
don't you know that?
But that's what I said.
There has never approached somebody with that. It don't matter what crime they do, approach them in that manner. But these black people feel that they you know, them is the house slaves, so them have authority over the field slave. So to make master look good, they have to exercise the authority so that master go look and favor them more than the field slave. That is what's going on. That is the mentality black people have that we have to get out of. So don't make no justification for them answering. That is a normal behavior. That is a normal behavior, and they feel that they're right, and they give them more powers now to do more things now. So that is what we're facing with. So don't make excuse for them. And that is why you feel police can't solve crime. A lot of crime police can solve it because we on the ground here does not up to the last word the man say before he gets shoot. But guess what? You'll never go to the police with the information. Because when you go by the police with the information, somebody coming to pay you a visit. So all them is things that are going on. I could tell you more things, but I will just leave it there. I'm just giving you food for thought.
Thank you. Chum Jr., welcome.
Hey, good day, fellas. Hey, COP, I have to agree with the professor on this one. They were already recording, and I hear them telling them, hey, don't fight. Whether you're in the right or whether you're in the wrong, once you have counter-attack or attack a officer at any level, even in the US, whether federal, state, local police, sheriff, wherever, same thing applies in Trinidad. You put yourself on an additional charge of resisting arrest. That's where you have lawyers for. That's where you have courts for. You understand? And once you have a solid case, and remember, those folks, they were telling him, hey, we're recording. Don't resist. Don't fight. And he did extremely opposite to what, you know, he was being told. So it might have been
not fighting. He was not fighting. He was never fighting. He hold the police officer foot, legs, when the police officer was choking him. That is what he did.
Okay, well,
and the police officer leave. The police officer leave. And why is the the people that was recording, they leave where he was over there to go and beat the people them in the crowd. What the people them in the crowd was doing, and they was practicing the rights.
Right. Well, okay. Yeah. Well, that part there. Yeah. We have a point there as far as the other people are concerned. But hey, follow that case. See how we turn out in court. Okay. And Wall Street. Yes. If I in the Waffle House, then you in the kitchen. Anyway, take care. Later. Bye.
Why it is? From the time you take out a camera and you start to videotape the police, you could be arrested and they do like that. Why? Why it is them police didn't have a camera on them, so them would have showed that evidence? What really happened?
But we don't know if there are a camera. Let me take this call. Caller, welcome. Mr. Intellectual, welcome.
Yeah, blessed afternoon again.
Yeah.
What people might disagree with me this evening, but we have to remember also that we're in a SOE.
Yeah.
Right? One of the things is that you could be approached by any police at any time.
Yep.
Without cause.
Yeah.
Without cause. If they have reasonable suspicion.
Great point. Excellent.
Right?
Yes.
That you're into something illegal.
Yes.
They don't have to have the evidence,
Yep.
Have a reasonable suspicion.
Yeah, and Mr. Intellectual, COP and I called for the police to go and get Dr. Rowley and get the evidence after. I wonder if COP remember that.
Yeah.
You forget that?
Yeah.
You remember that? You remember that?
But that this young boy, alleged thief, no millions and treat nobody bad. This young boy was selling. This young boy was looking for $1. That reasonable suspicion what the police had. He didn't have no gun. He wasn't selling weed. Well, then you don't know why you're defending it.
We don't know what the situation was.
Then you don't know why you're speaking about you don't know.
No, but all I know is what I see on the camera. And what the camera says, the guy who was resisting arrest, he was in the wrong.
But he wasn't resisting arrest in the beginning of the camera.
What he was doing?
He was not resisting. The police walk up to him and say, "You're under arrest."
All right,
and he didn't pull away. He turned it back to go so. He moved his foot to go so, and the police wrapped him.
All right, let Mr. Intellectual finish. Go ahead, Mr. Intellectual.
This is the problem that we have outside there, right? Nobody knows the specific boundaries or the what the police and the authority that the police and them have at this present time.
Correct.
Most people do not take cognizance of the fact. You see, it becomes so normal, right? That people thinking that is normal policing is not normal policing that we're looking at.
Yeah.
We're not looking at a normal situation. This country is in a state that people have to be so aware about the situation that whenever being approached by anybody, be it a neighbor or anything, you have to be so aware of what it is going on right now at this present time, so that you could take the appropriate action. And one of the things that once approached by a uniform officer in this present time, you don't take no chance.
No chance.
They say you're under arrest, put your hands up.
And that is it.
And stand up and wait on them.
Correct. That is it. Talk
don't
done.
get no old talk or anything there. Talk done. When you hear your reason there, you could deal with them.
Correct.
It are ways and means are dealing with it afterwards. I understand what COP saying, but the thing is, at this present time, it has no option. Right now, the police right.
There you go.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
When the law decide, when you take it to the court, then let the law decide, hey, the police was abusing the power. Let them say so.
Correct.
We can't say that now.
Yeah. Thank you.
Have a blessed evening.
Yeah, man.
Well, I watch, man. It have people who will recognize the lawlessness by the police and say, hey, that was lawless.
But
people who will recognize that.
Here is my question. Here is my simple question. When the police approach you, whether you are innocent or guilty, why don't you just say, officer, put my hand behind my back and let me go? Talk done. That is it. Whether you feel your rights are violated or not.
That is no different than what the bullies do other people.
No, that's different.
That can never be no different. The only difference over there is a badge.
That's a big difference.
That is not even how police supposed to approach.
But that's a big difference.
Big difference. I feel like black people have something with black people, you know.
But we have to face the fact that in a SOE all your rights cancelled. You know.
In a SOE something like that, who somebody not. They don't have a cutlass in the hand. They don't have a gun in the hand.
It doesn't matter.
That behavior, that is not humane. That is not humane at all. And will along encourage that.
Point 14. You have a minute. We're going for the break.
I wouldn't have no confidence in no police that doing them things.
COP, it doesn't matter whether you don't have confidence or you have confidence.
And if my mother is a police and she do people that will wait until she get old and they even get you a cup of water.
Point 14, go ahead. Point 14.
A pleasant good day.
Yeah, man.
Same to you.
Well, 2 days ago, I was in my car waiting on someone. I'm in AC. But I noticed a police vehicle come and stop alongside me.
Yeah.
So I watched it. But I thought I was trying to get my attention, but not realizing that a male and a female was walking on the pavement. So the officer was talking to the young man on the pavement. But my glasses were going up, but I ain't hearing nothing, but I'm watching what going on. And then I see the officer tell the youth man something and he called him. But he had a camouflage hat now. So the officer told him, throw it in the back of the van. And the youth man, he started to walk off and me no wait to see tell the police and them. They stop him again and they started to talk to him. And something again they tell him. And they jump out the van. And they hold him. And they pat him down. When they look at him go again or something again, the youth man tell him they pull out the handcuffs and put on him. The moral of the story is, in this situation, when I'm watching what takes place in America with these police and them, you have to remain calm. If you do not remain calm, things is going to escalate.
All right, we gotta go for the break. You gotta go for the break.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Folks, we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be right back.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
It's Sunday Talk, Let's Talk Politics with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, COP and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. I come to you every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. That's every Sunday from 1 to 4 p.m. All right, go ahead, Ulrich. You have a minute.
Yeah, and same, I could relate with that fella. You know why I could relate with him? Because I used to be a vendor at one time. And I had 6 children to see about. And one day I come down, was selling, I think, on Saturday morning, and I see the police coming, so I take the thing and throw it in the car. I was selling on the hood of the car, but spread out my thing on the car, and throw my things inside the car while the police coming, and the police still coming to lock me up. And so, you know what I do? I get so mad because he see I throw anything in the car, and I get so mad. I scrape up the fight, and I say, you see, today, is someone are we going anymore? I tell him that straight up and set up myself to fight. The other police who was with him see the red in my eye and the anger that he pull away the officer and they went away. So I could see what going on. Probably that same police must be harassing them people and them all the time. And he must be fed up. He must be fed up too.
All right.
When the police has the hand on him. You know what it is for somebody to put a hand on you? One pulling him, even watch that when they're holding him. One pulling him right, one pulling him left. So the plane tug of war with you. You know that? So although don't make excuse for the police, that's a normal thing. It's time for black people to start standing up against them. And you see that call I will call it just now? Boy, you in a bubble, you know. You in a bubble. That is all I go say for you.
2 years ago, there wasn't interfering with the vendors and them, you know. They was leaving the people them let them make a little dollar, you know.
COP. I am not one for interfering with people trying to make an honest living. I am not one.
So you're not living over here. You can't interfere with that.
However, if the police once the police approach you talk to yourself and say, boss, it's better for me to obey than disobey. Disobeying doesn't do.
2 years ago, the police, the municipal police and them was not interfering with vendors. People who looking to make an honest dollar, people who don't want to have a government job, people who not even work in URP and CPEP again.
All right.
The police was not interfering with them. How it is all of a sudden now people getting locked up for vending?
So if it's illegal, if it's illegal, right, is the theory of broken windows. If it's illegal, right, it's illegal. I'm not saying
so they enhance the law, yes, so. All right.
No, all right.
Black people must feel black people because only vote. Black people feel black people finger is only to vote. Black people mustn't get opportunity. You know, in Trinidad and Tobago, you know much white people selling illegal, Syrian people selling gyro and all kind of thing all over the place. And nobody don't want to interfere with them.
But we don't know,
Nobody
we don't know
say,
that.
hey, look the moving the black people and look the leaving the white people and them. Nobody even saying that.
We don't know that. We just haven't seen what we have. All we can talk about is what we see. We don't know that.
But you come here there and you see.
What did I see?
You see how much gyro people selling all over.
Yeah, but
and in public space. The creator, they make it legal for them to sell.
How we know the police never? How come the police never remove them? How come we don't know?
Because you're not over there. You not in Trinidad over here.
You think the police never remove them?
All right. If all you feel black people finger is just to vote alone. Black people finger is not just to vote.
All right. Let me play this.
Hi guys. Must I keep correcting Sleepy Joe Jr. all the time? Palm Sunday is not when Jesus rode into.
All right. We got that one.
Yeah.
Well done, Ulrich. Well done. So I guess you're showing your true red colors for everyone to hear now. Gordon loves the Ganga Chana name so much he's eager for people to call him that. Well done, Gordon.
That's true.
Gosh, Sleepy Joe Jr., the word is assault, not counterattack. Must I keep educating you every time? So,
you know, nice.
God accept Ganga Chana. You accept the name Ganga Chana.
Hold on. Somebody just send me this. Folks, we got to get out of here, okay? Yes, Trinidad and Tobago has a legal equivalent to the U.S. Miranda rights based on constitutional rights, common law, and statutory law. Upon arrest or detention, individuals have the right to remain silent, to be informed of the reason for their arrest, and to contact a lawyer. Key aspects of rights for arrested person in Trinidad and Tobago includes rights to silence. Police must advise suspects of their rights to remain silent and not to incriminate themselves. Information upon arrest. Officers must inform individuals of reasons for their arrest immediately or as soon as possible. But I think under emergency, all of that is out the window.
No, the police must run into them just and beat them up. And people must say, oh, tell them don't resist. Tell them stay quiet. Bandit go do all the cheering that.
Here's my closing quote.
When the bandit come for all the cheering, tell them don't resist. Don't do nothing. Leave them, let her rob the house.
Yeah. All right, let me take this call quick. Beulah, you have 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I have 30 seconds. I remembered when I got the ticket for inspection, the way how the police spoke to me, because he was in the middle of the road and he put up his hand and stopping me. And I didn't stop where he said stop. So I pulled to the side of the road now. I didn't want to stop in the middle of the road. And he started to buff me up and thing, and I didn't say nothing. I just go with what he say. And then after, he was very nice to me, you know. So you have to cooperate with the police. You don't get to and thing like that. I saw the video and I see how the boy was fighting back and thing like that. He's supposed to be still and let the police do what they have to do. And according to the caller say, when you go in the police station, then deal with it accordingly. I don't agree with COP.
Thank you.
That's why one of your cat run away the other day. That's why one of the cat run away the other day. If you laugh.
You like joking making,
She knows joke I make it.
All right, folks. My closing comment. All right. It's a good thing this come to we do this at the
Sunday, Father, and good morning, God. Today is Sunday, Father, and before anything else, I take a deep breath, and I recognize that it wasn't easy to get here. There were days I almost gave up, but you sustained me until this moment. Maybe the week has been heavy, maybe I've carried more than I should, but right now, I am here, and that is already a reason to keep going. Father, in this moment, I slow down within. I let go of all the rush, all the weight, and I simply rest in your presence. Take care of my mind, silence the thoughts that don't let me rest, and bring lightness to what has been hard to carry. Lord, touch my heart as well. You know the parts of me that no one sees, the worries I keep in silence, and everything that sometimes I can't even explain. So today, I just ask you, bring healing, bring calm, bring rest. Let this Sunday be light, without pressure, without weight, just guided by your presence. I place this day in your hands, and I choose to live with more calm, with more faith, and with a peaceful heart. Amen. Good morning, God. Today is Sunday.
This is it. Clock on the wall, say that's all I like to see, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent. When talent does not work out, and for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. Remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for your become. Go ahead, COP.
I said, not fair, that's all.
Oh, you said it?
She has not fair.
Hold on.
And this dedicated to all the daughters and them. All the daughters of Trinidad and Tobago. All you fathers are dedicated to your daughters, them too.
Let me go.
All right. Tell your daughter this. If she wants good things to happen in her life, not comfort, not shortcuts, but principles, discipline, and direction, here are 5 rules every daughter must learn. 1. Stay away from people who waste their lives. Those who live for drama, excuses, validation, and comfort will slowly drain your light. They fear growth because it exposes their stagnation. 2. Study. Learn something valuable. Build skills and wisdom. No one is coming to save you. Independence begins with knowledge. A woman who keeps learning can never be controlled or ignored. 3. Take responsibility for your space and your actions. If something is broken, fix what you can. If something is out of place, correct it. Wherever you go, leave things better than you found them. That's how confidence and character are built. 4. Respect money, but don't chase validation with it. Never spend to impress. Protect your name, your values, and your word. Your reputation will open doors money never can. 5. Keep God in your heart and learn to serve with wisdom.
Sorry about that. Hold on.
Kindness with boundaries is strength. Those who give with sincerity, but not self-neglect, are always repaid by life. And here comes the most important part. Being a strong woman isn't about attention, beauty, or approval. It's about who you become when no one is watching. Walk with purpose. Live with faith. Move with humility. Because your future isn't built on excuses, it's built on decisions. If you found this video interesting, please like it and follow for.
Go ahead, Tony.
Spike Janzi says, the heart is not like a box that gets filled up. It expands in size the more you love. Like I always say, you, the man in the mirror, you have to become that change you want to see. However, if you look at that mirror and you don't like what you see, you cannot blame the mirror. Never look down on a person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Take good care of yourselves. We'll see each other tomorrow, God willing. Till then, good night.
Thank you.
And say my closing comment is for you, Uncle Tommy, and COP. to have a blessed day, reach home safe, enjoy the balance of the evening. And my closing comment is cockroach must stay out of foul party.
So, Dal Supersat says, hello and good afternoon to everyone. Judy Ali says, Tommy and COP have a great afternoon. Wall Street, Tommy and COP have a great afternoon. You guys are the best. Miss Santa Cruz says, till tomorrow, God willing, stay safe, stay blessed, stay dry and hydrated, and stay away from hypocrites like Hee-Haw Gordon, the PNM propagandist, and the bearer of false witness. Miss Santa Cruz closing comment. All the war propaganda, all the screaming lies and hatreds come invariably from people who are not fighting. George Orwell. T. Grey Go says, because it's public space does not mean you could set up shop anywhere. Bennett Thomas says, good night, villagers. We meet here tomorrow evening. Stay safe and dry meanwhile. And Avant says, Angie says, fellow villagers, have a great evening ahead. Blessings until we meet again tomorrow. Okay. That is it for closing comments.
Wall Street.
Yeah.
I see the other day, it had a Indian lady was thieving food stuff in her grocery and putting it in her bag.
Yeah.
And if you see sympathy for that lady, I wish they could have sympathy for that little black boy over there too. And the chatter. Thank you.
Monica Ramke soon have a blessed afternoon, everyone. Till tomorrow, God willing. Folks, we are out of here. We see you tomorrow, 7 to 10 p.m. right here on WZYE 95.9 FM. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Yellow chan can know na the bone. Kamla the mountain, she no move, she no shake. Stand up for the people, make the economy wake. From the poor man table to the children's school bag. She bring back the money, she fly the Trini flag. Superpower Caribbean, watch it rise again. Kamla Prasad Mrs. of the Iron Lady Rain. Hey, Mountain Kamla, hey. Trinidad champion, she come from the struggle. No, the poor man feel pocket empty like be lie, but she nah kneel. Open the door for the youth, them give them hope and chance. Build school, build road, give every picnic a dance. Them say economy dead, she say watch me now. Bring back the jobs, make the dollar run through. From Laventil to Cedros, from Tobago shore. She feeding the hungry, she open every door. Strong like a mountain rain now.